from Market Street in downtown San Francisco. It's the 46th annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV, presented by Airbnb.
Welcome to the 46th annual San Francisco LGBTQ Pride Parade. I'm Donna Sachet.
And I'm Michelle Meow.
I could be more excited to be here. It just started. Who's first? Of course, the Dykes on Bikes. We love the first contingent of the parade.
This year's theme is for racial and economic justice. It's been an emotional Pride celebration this year, and so I'm very happy to see Dykes on Bikes kick off the Pride Parade. They're celebrating 40 years, Donna. Can
I
you
didn't
believe
realize
it?
that, 40
years.
46 years of the parade and 40 years with Dykes on Bikes as the first contingent. It harkens back to those days when the lesbians thought that the gay men and lesbians were separate. Maybe they weren't treated the same. The parade became largely a man's parade. And then in an agreement with them, they said, let's put you first. So the lesbians have been, the Dykes on Bikes have been the first contingent in San Francisco and really across the country in many, many parades. And it's a long contingent.
I hear that there are riders from all over the country, if not the world. I think people came from other countries to be here with us in San Francisco. It's a big milestone for the San Francisco Dykes on Bikes. They're an organization committed to creating a local, national, and international community of women motorcyclists and friends of women motorcyclists. And their mission is to support philanthropic endeavors in the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and women's communities.
And, in San Francisco, there's not a specifically lesbian bar anymore, so it's a changing world, but they have this fellowship that they get together, and it's not just the parade they do, they have runs they do, they get together and experience the wonder of bikes, and it's something I don't know. So let's listen to the sounds that you're going to hear, because they're going to rev as they go by. Dykes on Bikes. What better way to start than a bunch of bikes and a bunch of beautiful women getting this parade started?
That's right. And as you can see, there were signs made. We are Orlando. We have Orlando in our hearts here in San Francisco. And now you're seeing the San Francisco Bicycle Coalition. For 45 years, the San Francisco Bicycle Coalition has been transforming San Francisco streets and neighborhoods into more livable and enjoyable places by promoting the bicycle for everyday transportation. Do you ride a bicycle?
I do once in a while, and San Francisco is all about that. We need to get out of those cars and start walking more and being on our bicycles, and our streets are much more able to do that with plenty of bike lanes and stuff, so get out there and enjoy the fresh air.
How do you stay on the bicycle and still look so fabulous, Donna?
Well, the only thing, you can't go too fast, you'll sweat. But now this is creative. I love the little bikes they have with the kids on the back that are riding along, and of course everybody with helmets, so that's important.
And right behind the San Francisco Bicycle Coalition is Scoot Networks. Now, this is something new and different in San Francisco. Scoots are electric mopeds and mini cars. They go up to 30 miles per hour and have a 20 to 25 mile range.
So you've got the theme here. It's every two-wheeled vehicle, sort of, but some are three-wheeled too.
The cool thing about Scoot is that I think you don't even need a motorcycle license in order to rent one. They're here in San Francisco now, so it's kind of like Bangkok in San Francisco. In Bangkok, they're all riding the little mopeds.
Well, I see they all have their helmets, which is important. You want to be safe here. And I encourage all of you who are coming to the parade today, coming to the festival today, that's the key word today, safe. Look out for each other, and we're going to have a great time. It's time to celebrate.
That's right, and I mentioned it before, there are signs. We are Orlando and some of the contingents. Obviously, we've got Orlando in our hearts. It's been an emotional Pride season.
Well, how different could it be? Last year, 1 week before the parade, we got the Supreme Court decision. Marriage was legal for everybody. So now there's such a difference. We're thinking about Orlando, but we're looking at a fabulous parade. We're going to celebrate.
We're going to celebrate here in San Francisco. Let's listen to the parade. All right, this is the We Are Orlando contingent. They're marching with Latinos de Ambiente del Bahia. There are over 350 participants. This is a special contingent in keeping the victims of Orlando in our hearts.
We've never had a contingent like this because we've never had a disaster of this kind. I think it's a great thing we're doing to salute them with members that were flown in from Orlando that are here with us, as well as local people that feel the significance of this dilemma, this terrible thing that's happened.
Latinos de Ambiente is a coalition of community organizations and groups serving and advocating for LGBTQ Latinos. Most of the victims of the Orlando attack were members of the Latino community.
People of color, yes. And it's just, I mean, it's a horrific thing, but look what they're doing. They're empowering this community by taking this back. We're not going to let them win.
We're not going to let hate win.
Very powerful. You were saying earlier how it unites us when we have like almost a common enemy, but this is certainly a uniting moment.
This is so powerful. Like I mentioned, over 350 people came out to march for Orlando.
I know. I think it's only appropriate that we have a moment of silence. We're going to try to do this in the craziness of this parade, but join us wherever you are. Let's have a moment of silence for those people. Before we do that, though, we're going to throw our first interview to the street. Who do we have with us this year? BB Sweetbriar on the street. BB, I think you have somebody you're going to interview. As soon as you have them, let us know.
Okay, thank you very much, Michelle and Donna. This is a very emotional moment right now, and I have with us one of our prolific Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence with Sister Roma, here walking with the contingent on We Are Orlando. You've been a Grand Marshal, and you've done so many other parades in the past, but how significant is this for you to be a part of such a monumental type of an event and moment?
I can honestly tell you that I've been in the parade a dozen times, and every time it's been so joyous and so beautiful, and this is also beautiful, but this is so extremely sad. The energy that you can feel coming from the crowd is so overwhelming. This is the most emotional thing I've ever done in the parade. It's so important and it's so beautiful. I'm so honored to be a part of it, but you can feel.
It's very emotional. I know it's very emotional, but we definitely, are happy to have you as a part of this contingent, and thank you for all that you do for our community. Okay, back to you, Donna and Michelle.
That was powerful. I know Roma personally. I don't think I've ever seen her so emotional, so emotional. Why don't we have that moment of silence now,
Let's do it.
wherever you are? A moment of silence for those lives lost and that club that was just interrupted in one night. Moment of silence.
From Market Street in San Francisco, it's the 46th Annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV.
All right, and after Orlando, it's great that we have a follow-up to that. This is the spirit of San Francisco.
Feel it. I can feel the spirit right now. This is great. The music, the colorful costumes, and it's like 8 deep on each side of the street right now.
I believe the group is Dolores Flow, and they're kicking off before we actually get to the San Francisco Pride themed float.
Yeah, we're going to be moving a little bit in our chairs here. I hope you will too. Listen to these sounds and sights. This is quite a parade already, and we've just begun.
Now, I should mention, the San Francisco Pride theme float made its debut already this year. It debuted at Carnival.
Oh, I never heard that.
So it's kind of fitting that Dolores Flow would be kicking us off
Sort of
at
like a
our own
trade-off.
parade.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
that's right.
I'd love to see more of that happen. I mean, we're one San Francisco, as much as we may not realize that. We can get together and unite.
It's beautiful here in San Francisco. I don't know what it is, but we always get blessed with amazing weather, at least in the last few years, right,
Yeah,
Donna?
there are a lot of stories about that. There was one that was sort of foggy one time, but that lifted too. But this parade's always blessed, and you can't fault 2 million people that come. You want to have good weather for them. Ah, colorful. You too can be a part of this parade. I mean, it's a public parade. You enter, you become a contingent. There's so many. How many contingents this year? 200 and.
There are over 240 contingents this year, and over 23 community stages at our celebration.
So many ways to enjoy it. You can watch the parade, you can come to the parade, then go to the festival afterwards. So many parties around it. We'll be talking about those as the day progresses.
Well, you had a great brunch yesterday.
A fabulous brunch at the Hotel Whitcomb. It was for Positive Resource Center. We raised a lot of money, $50,000, I think. Had lots of people there, and all the Grand Marshals got to address the crowd, because you'll see them today waving, but who are they? What are they about? They got to chat a little bit with us yesterday. Really, really empowering.
Would that be a record number for you in terms of dollars raised?
Yes, that's a new record for us. We were very happy with that.
Well, thank you for doing that brunch. You've been doing it for 18 years.
18 years, I forgot to mention. And here's some cars that have been around for more than 18 years. Look at these cars.
Yes, it's the San Francisco Model A Ford Club, and that was started in 1956 to celebrate the use and preservation of the 5 million historic Model A Ford automobiles built by Henry Ford from 1928 to 1931.
Oh, they're gorgeous. I'd be afraid when I got in it and turned the key, nothing would happen, but they're starting.
You would look so amazing in one of those, though, I think.
I think in the back seat better.
The club and its members are both straight and gay and have been active in fighting discrimination for over 60 years.
That's a great thing with some of these clubs. You know, it's not about the sexual orientation as much as it is the common interest, whether you're a choral group or a club that admires cars in this case. Latin music earlier. You know, there's a lot of affiliation groups you'll see today.
The crowd is picking up.
They must know you're here.
Or you.
Energy.
Everyone loves Donna, but the energy is picking up. It's great. We're all here in San Francisco celebrating Pride, but keeping the victims of Orlando in our hearts.
And Coffee TV, thank you. We've got a great crew here. You're having a great time doing this. A couple of changes that make it more interesting for us and interesting for you, the viewer, I hope, too. Looks like a live demo. I see not hula hoops, but hula squares.
That's what I love. You know, everyone has their Pride outfit.
Twist.
Yeah, and everybody gets ready. And I oftentimes wonder, you know, like if that's planned for an entire year. Like, what are you going to wear?
I'll tell you honestly, there are some people that do plan it for a year because they look at this year, they say, what didn't I see or what wasn't done well enough, and they will work on it all year. And they're very proud. And some of them aren't even in the parade. Look at the sidelines. There are people that are in great costumes and going down to the festival. It's the most colorful parade in San Francisco, maybe the world.
I'm biased. I think San Francisco is the best parade that there is out there.
Well, you know, I think part of that might be because you actually are the president of Pride this year, aren't you?
I
Pride
am the
Committee.
board president
And
of
I love
the Pride
that.
Committee.
I don't know how you've done it all this week, but you have beautifully. And anybody can be a part of the board. I know part of the organization. So if you're interested, look it up, sfpride.org. Get involved. We need a lot of hands to make this huge project happen.
As I mentioned, the San Francisco Pride theme float earlier, its theme is for racial and economic justice. This is a beautiful, beautiful float. We actually haven't had a float like this in a few years. You'll see the commemoration wheel that's built on there. There's Gary, Virginia.
Who rides on there? Oh, the board members and all right. That's fabulous.
Yes, the board members and our friends and our supporters are all on that, and I believe DJ Tweeka Turner's on there playing music for us.
Let's listen to him. What is this I see? The San Francisco Leather Pride contingent. Look at them all. This is a huge contingent. They join a lot of groups together to celebrate the leather, kink, biker, alternative sexual freedom in San Francisco. Lots of wonderful friends up there. We've got the Grand Marshal of the Leather contingent, Daddy Ray Tilton, and Sir Beth Bicoastal. And I just saw, I think on the truck there, two of our big title holders. We have Mr. San Francisco Leather, Cody Elkins there, and Ms. San Francisco Leather, Stella Furtado. This is a big thing because they're early in the parade. They always want to show off their pride, but they're getting a chance early in the parade this year, and they look great. One of the largest contingents. Look at them. Pride comes in a lot of forms.
Yeah, Pride comes in the form of Gavin Newsom. And his wonderful, yes, his hair is perfectly coiffed as it always is. Lieutenant Gavin Newsom.
Well, more importantly, his politics are right where they need to be. I don't care about his hair. He is one of our biggest straight allies, and he's done so much for us. As you know, the marriage issue was pushed to the forefront largely because of him.
And now he's pushing for the legalization of marijuana.
I understand that's true. He is our lieutenant governor currently, so there's Gavin Newsom. Boy, he gets a good response every time, and well-deserved. That's a hard life to choose, that public office kind of thing. You know, there are term limits and everything, but you know, if it's a public service you want to do, that's the way to do it. Be elected and get the laws passed and get policy changed so the whole country will be more accepting of what we believe is right in San Francisco. Something coming up. Is it bagpipes? Have we ever had that in the parade? I don't remember this. But let's listen to them. Bagpipes, and we have some information about them in just a minute, but let's listen first. Bagpipes in San Francisco. Here we've got the San Francisco new sheriff. I don't know if you know Vicki Hennessy, just elected this year, and she is riding with lots of sheriffs, and it reverses that whole stigma that we think about the police and the sheriffs being against us. We're teaming up today for a great pride parade. There we go.
The Sheriff's Department, she and deputized staff secure San Francisco's county jails and provide inmates an opportunity to receive an education at the Five Keys Charter School. Deputized and civilian staff oversee additional inmate programming designed to prepare them for release and prevent them from reoffending.
I'm glad to see her getting a great response. That's our Sheriff Vicki Hennessy. Great response.
Sheriff Hennessy was born and raised in San Francisco, by the way. In December of 1975, she joined the Sheriff's Department as a deputy sheriff and openly supported the department's decision to hire staff reflective of the community.
And that's what this parade's all about to be. We want people to see the parade, and they'll see their own faces and see their own community. So,
all right,
what's
Donna.
Next. I hear music. What's coming? What's coming up?
Virgin America always has a party on their float. Virgin America is a California-based airline that has a mission to make flying good again with top-notch service, a host of fun, that's for sure, and innovative amenities.
And do we have an interview? Are we going to do a little interview?
Yeah,
there
we should toss to BB for an interview.
BB, you there?
Hi, Michelle.
There we go.
Oh, sorry about that. How are you? Are you an employee with Virgin America?
I am.
Wow, how important is it for your company such as Virgin America to help represent you and your community here at the Pride?
It's amazing. We've done this is our 9th year doing Pride as a sponsor and as a company. It's so special that our company supports us and everyone at Pride.
Well, we're glad that you're here and keep doing the work that you do within your company for the community, okay?
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you for that interview, BB. I know it's not easy. You're in the midst of it there. You're almost part of the parade, but you got to keep moving. And look at all that enthusiasm. I love it when corporate entities come in and don't just come to see themselves, but to come to support our community. They got our colors flying and great music playing.
Now, BB, this is your first year as our field reporter. What's the energy like for you?
Oh, the energy for me and everyone out here is fantastic. The weather has a lot to do with that, as well as I think people are out here just to show their presence in light of what happened on June the 12th. And so I think this is just something that we needed to do today, to be out here in large numbers.
Well, thank you for being out there in the field. We can feel the energy here, too. I hope you can feel it on air. We're delighted that we have coffee viewers out there.
There's a lot of cheers for Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, there again.
Our House
Talk
Minority
about getting
Leader.
your politics right. She is a woman that's taken a lot of us with her to Washington. Her issues become ours and vice versa. I see a lot of people holding the official San Francisco emblem with the theme for racial and economic equality, and also a lot of people holding the state of Florida with the rainbow colors in sympathy to the Orlando people.
That's right. We have Orlando in our hearts here in San Francisco as we're celebrating the 46th annual San Francisco Pride Parade celebration.
Oh, and there's Nancy Pelosi. What a champion for our causes. Yep, there was a time when they didn't even say the word AIDS in Washington, D.C. She went to Washington and made them say it. Incredible. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Nancy Pelosi. And now we're going to take a little break here. We'll be back with much more of the 46th Annual Pride Parade.
Welcome back to the 46th Annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV, presented by Airbnb.
This is one of my favorite things every year. I look forward to doing it with you, Michelle, and to being here and feeling this parade is just contagious. I love it.
It is. This is my 10th year hosting, so it's a big milestone for me as well, hosting the parade broadcast. I think coming down the Market Street right now is Bates, or the Bay Area American Indian Two-Spirits.
And that reflects what I was saying earlier about you want to see yourself in this parade. There's a contingent for every possible subgroup within our community, and this is your time to shine. It might be 4 people, might be a car, might be a float, but there's a place for you in this parade, so cheer them on. They're going to do those stilts all the way down. This is almost the end of the parade. We're at 7th in Market this year, and we're seeing almost the end of the parade. They're still in their stilts. Can you believe that? I'm going to be on my heels, but not that long.
And again, what a lot of people are feeling right now is that we stand united with Orlando. We have Orlando in our hearts, even though we're celebrating San Francisco Pride.
And I see signs throughout the parade. Every contingent seems to have some little memory of that. And the thing is, if I talked to a number of people that said maybe they weren't going to come out or something, that's allowing them to win. Let's not let them win. Let's not let hate win. let's be here and celebrate because there's so much to celebrate.
All right. Looks like Kamala Harris has joined us here in
love
San
Kamala.
Francisco. She's California's Attorney General and dedicated to fighting for justice and giving a voice to the voiceless.
Well, I'm not going to be partial here, but I must say, so far, every elected official I've seen has their politics right. And the crowd's loving them. We've had some great ones, and she is certainly one, Kamala Harris. We wish her the best. Got a big contingent with her, too.
I believe that she's here with her husband, Doug.
Oh, yes. I don't think he's ever ridden the parade with her. That's great. You know, these parades don't happen automatically. We'll refer again to the board that puts this parade together. They're volunteer positions. They have officers. It's a huge project, many millions of dollars, and 2 million people, sometimes people say. And there they are. That'd be
Awesome.
great. Let's see if Bibi, I think, is with Kamala Harris. So, Bibi, do you want to say hello to Kamala?
So what does this mean for you, actually, since the tragedy in Orlando, and we have so many officials here today, and it just seems so great to have your representation for a time when we really need to see that.
Every year I am here, and I'll tell you, it's about pride. It's about San Francisco pride. It's about California pride. It's about having pride in the ideals of our country, which means that we will fight for civil rights. We will fight for equality. We will fight for justice. And in the wake of the massacre in Orlando, it's also about understanding that we need to pass reasonable gun safety laws if we're going to keep communities safe.
Okay, thank you very much. And back to you, Donna and Michelle.
Thank you so much, Bibi, and thank you, Kamala Harris, for being in the parade. You look great. You've got a great contingent there. Welcome to San Francisco. I always say this, but I see smiles everywhere I look. On the sidelines, we're like 10 deep now, both sides of the street. In the parade, all smiles. Even the crew is all smiling. This is a happy parade. You've got to face what happened before and go forward, and we're ready to celebrate today.
And following our California State Attorney General would be the FBI. The FBI is showing their pride here in San Francisco today as well.
And I don't really know how large that office is here, but evidently they've got a big contingent walking today, and good for them for representing as well.
Now that's pretty bold. I mean, to come down Market Street in your FBI,
Yeah.
gear.
I thought they were supposed to be secret, but maybe those aren't the secret
That's
people.
what-
Or they're in
yeah.
disguise today. We don't know.
It's just a costume, Michelle. We also have the San Francisco Police Officers Pride Alliance. This would be the LGBT group of the
Yes.
SFPD.
It's an active group, and it's an affiliate group within the police department. Many of my friends belong, and they champion the same things we champion within the police department, and getting more LGBT members of the police force, because that's how we're going to turn things around.
San Francisco Police Officers Pride Alliance and the Chief of Police, Tony Chaplin, welcome the visitors and participants to the 2016 San Francisco Pride celebration. The Pride Alliance walks with love in our hearts for the victims of the tragedy in Orlando and remain ever vigilant to ensure the safety of the community for which we are a part of and serve. And that's their message.
I'd love to give a shout out to our friend Lenny Broberg, who's a member of the police force. We've had him on the show before, and Michelle's a friend of his as well. Hey, Lenny.
Following the Pride Alliance group would be Kaiser Permanente, a longtime supporter of San Francisco Pride and one of our major supporters, I should say.
Is that where the drums are coming from here? Don't have to have music. Sometimes percussion's enough. You keep it going. Looks like we should just listen in for a minute here. Colorful and well worth listening to. Listen in.
2016 marks Kaiser Permanente's 22nd year at the Pride Parade. Kaiser has about 1,000 KP employees and their friends and family marching with them this year.
If I ever asked you, how many parades have you been to? I mean, you've televised 10 now, but how many have you been to?
I guess 10.
10, okay, good. I was trying to think back. I think 24 for me, 24 parades right here in San Francisco. Everyone in a different way, too. They're all distinct. This might be my new theme, this word thrive. I just love that. They've had it for their kind of catchword for quite some time. But, some people say, are we going to survive Orlando? Or are we going to survive some of the things we've been through? This community does not survive. They thrive. We're going to go forward. Look at this parade. So exciting.
It's a lot of excitement down Market Street right now. This is so amazing. This is the San Francisco Pride Parade, and it's the 46th one. That's.
We might as well tell
So
people that
crazy.
don't know, because some people say, why is it always the end of June? Why is the weather always good? Because Stonewall riots in New York were at the last week of June. That was when people at Stonewall Inn, a gay bar, decided they'd had enough. And the first people to really say we had enough were transsexuals, were people of color, were people that were in a minority, not just by their sexual proclivities, but because of all that. And they just said no more. And
Right.
finally the police had to face it, and it turned into a movement, and that turned into what we're celebrating here today, all those 46 years later.
Since we're talking about the history of Pride, you know, Pride looks very different today than it did 46 years ago. The parade started as a riot.
Right.
It started as protests to liberate our people, and I guess we've done that. We have liberated our people, and they're showing up. They're showing up to support their companies. They're showing up to support their families.
And look at the contrast. It was a fight against the police. We just had the police walk by at a contingent, with an alliance group within them at the sheriff's department. So it's a lot's changed. I think that the next thing, though, is the hearts and minds. We still have, as you know, lots of hatred out there.
That's
So we got to
right.
work on that next. Oh, bubbles. I love bubbles, Here come the bubbles. Can you see who that is with the bubbles? They did a good job there. They must have known I liked them.
Here's a great organization, Project Open Hand.
Oh, wow, I love Project Open Hand. Can you imagine an organization started by a woman that said, I have some friends that are dying of AIDS and they have nothing to eat. I'm going to fix a meal for this one, fix a meal for that one. It spread from there, and basically that was the origin of Project Open Hand. Today they continue to provide meals to those who are not just suffering with AIDS, but other life-debilitating diseases, and delivering them with love, too. Not just the meal, but a little companionship that people may not have. It's a huge organization and one of my favorites. Project Open Hand, yes.
And now we have one of our favorite senators, out openly gay senators, California State Senator Mark Leno.
We must be only allowing people in this parade that have politics that we all agree with, because he is the champion for so many things we do. A great personal friend of mine, too. We've watched him go from city supervisor to assemblyman, and now he's a state senator, and we just love our Mark Leno.
He's currently serving his final term. Senator Leno represents San Francisco, Broadmoor, Colma, Daly City, and portions of South San Francisco. He chairs the Senate Budget and Fiscal Review Committee, and throughout his nearly 20 years in public office, Senator Leno has played a leading role in the fight for racial and economic justice and has helped change national conversations on marriage equality. He's increased the state's minimum wage to $15 an hour, has worked on hazardous toxins and regulation of electronic cigarettes, single-payer health care, and so much more. We love you, Mark Leno.
He is never afraid of an issue. You can tell from that lineup of issues. And I think his sister's there riding with him. Hey, how are you? Oh,
She's a great golfer, by the way.
Oh, yeah, she is. It runs in the family. Experts, that's what they do. So we give a big salute to Mark Leno, one of our big champions in the state legislature. Well, so far, how would you say this parade, based on, we've seen several. I mean, this is like an 8 or maybe a 9 so far, because it's colorful, it's consistent, the energy's there, and we're towards the end of it, and the energy's still there. I'm loving it.
We've got our Grand Marshal, I should say, our celebrity Grand Marshals,
great.
the cast of Transcendent, a reality TV show in the Fuse TV network.
On the Fuse network. Nobody could believe it happened, but they finally got the go-ahead. The first season's already aired. They're in their second season now, and we've got 5 cast members with us there. I mean,
There's Bianca.
Oh, I see the Angel of Pride. It's just all of them are there. Christina, Bambiana,
LA, Naya. We love the girls.
And they
of
come from
Transcendent.
a club called HSF. If you've never been there, you need to go. It's a wonderful place for a great meal, and then a show really up on the bar, right in your face. I mean, they're just high energy performers, and we love them.
BB, can you get a celebrity Grand Marshal for us?
Can you
Maybe
get that
we can.
angel on the car there, BB?
It'd be great to talk to a celebrity Grand Marshal. Oh, Naya is waving to us.
I'm here with
Yeah.
Bianca Simone, and she is here, of course, with Transcendent. How are you doing, and how is this for you as opposed to last year? I know you were in the parade last year, but now you represent a television show, and you have a national title.
And it's my birthday today. Yes, so it's a freaking amazing. Thank you. It's amazing. It's amazing. I mean, I think just with the recognition of the show and everything, I mean, thank you, Pride. Thank you, San Francisco, for giving us this honor.
Well, thank you for representing.
Tune in Wednesday nights on the Fuse Network.
Thank you very much, Bianca. Back to Donna and Michelle.
Shout out to Transcendence on the Fuse Network. Look that up and watch the season that's playing right now, second season. We're going to see that show for a while. They're doing a great job. Look how pretty she is.
They're all gorgeous.
So
Like-
head to Asia SF if you want
That's
to see
right.
them entertain. It's a great
Like I
place.
said, and Asia SF is headed by Larry Harshberger. He's been employing trans women of color for 18 years. They're celebrating their 18th year anniversary.
You all know the statistics. I mean, trans women are victims of hate crimes. They're underemployed. They're unemployed, and this is turning that whole thing around and empowering them. I think it's great. Oh, look at the big posters you can see. It's a happy show too. There's a lot going on. Personal stories, but personal stories of triumph.
Another one of your favorite organizations, and a lot of ours, have a lot of history here in San Francisco, and that would be Shanti.
Shanti Project. It's a great organization. I love Kaushik Roy, who's the head of that, and they recently merged with PAWS, Pets Are Wonderful Support. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that as they try to streamline some of their causes and their manpower and all that sort of thing. So here we have Shanti, and we got PAWS with them, I think, and it's just a great thing to see, addressing the needs of people that need home visitations. Maybe they need somebody to help with their errands or help their cleaning, and also that they can keep their pets.
Shanti Project is a nonprofit human services agency based in San Francisco and founded in 1974 by Dr. Charles Garfield. And I should say that Shanti is a Sanskrit word meaning inner peace or tranquility.
Oh, I wondered about that. That's a great word then. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Well, I think it's time that we maybe take another break here, but let's enjoy the sights and sounds. Look at these great t-shirts. We're having a great time. I hope you are. This is a Shanti contingent, and we're here at the 46th annual San Francisco LGBTQ Pride Parade.
From Market Street in San Francisco, it's the 46th annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV.
Welcome back. The energy is high here in San Francisco. Don and I are having a great time.
We just saw one of our celebrity grand marshals go by, Michael Williams, who is
Michael
part
K.
of...
Williams, and he's one of our celebrity grand marshals, and guess he is starring in the new Dustin Lance Black project, When We Rise.
On ABC. Now,
Yeah.
that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's being filmed here in San Francisco because it's about San Francisco activists.
And the history of our movement, really. Cleve
Yeah.
Jones is associated with it, Gus Van Sant, so a lot of important people.
Right.
We're not going to be able to talk over this group. Who is this? They're powerful.
They are shaking it up here in San Francisco. Look at him go.
I want what he's on. Hard Rock Cafe.
It's Hard Rock Cafe, one of our sponsors and supporters of San Francisco Pride. I should say hello to Bob. He has been so helpful. They are our official merchandise
Oh, so
partners.
the t-shirts, I can get the hats, all of
That's
that.
right.
Oh, wow.
The t-shirt I'm wearing right now
Oh.
for racial and economic justice, it's got our theme.
Is she on it?
You can get that at Hard Rock Cafe. Unfortunately, I think it's only available at the Fisherman's Wharf location, but they've got a booth here in San Francisco. Well, I guess if you're not here, you're not getting one.
Well, online too. You can buy them online maybe. So, but take a piece of San Francisco home with you.
Here's Mormons for Equality.
Well, you know, it's always interesting when this contingent first happened. I think maybe 6 years ago. It was quite a while ago. The Mormon contingent. Why would that even be in here? Well, I mean, it's about us challenging our own stereotypes sometimes too. They're marching in the LGBTQ parade. So let's give them credit for that. Maybe we can start a conversation.
This is really, really, really huge. I just say hello to our friend Mitch Bain, who's an out gay
Oh.
Mormon activist. The reason why Mormons marching with us here in San Francisco is so important is the fact that the Mormon Church had passed new policies that ban LGBTQ families from the church. And so our own Kate Kendall of National Center for Lesbian Rights has excommunicated herself from the church.
Well,
And so showing support of Mormons and out gay Mormons here in San Francisco is amazing, and especially for the Mormon gay youths in which we've seen a rise in suicide.
Right. Well, when you lose your family, I mean, that means so much to so many people. And I often refer to the phrase of Almost at Maupin's that you have your biological family and you have your logical family. In San Francisco, you may not have your mom, your pop, your brothers, your sisters, but you create a family right here. This is my logical family having a parade today.
Here we go, Donna. Another one of our favorites. Cheer SF.
Oh, my God, I love cheer.
Let's watch. This is so great.
We are Cheer San Francisco, the official cheer squad of the city, county, and San Francisco. Today we're joined by our gorgeous friends.
Without a net, ladies and gentlemen.
Like what you see. Drop donation online. CheerSF.org. Cheer for life.
And join them. They're always looking for new members. If you're athletic and you want to join a spirited group.
Oh, what a wonderful time we're having here in San Francisco. We're celebrating the 46th annual San Francisco Pride Parade. And you can see, the central message today is that we've got Orlando in our hearts, but it's important now more than ever to come out, to socialize, to do what we do, to show the world that we're here and we have the support of our families and our friends, our bosses, our employers, our politicians, our city, our government. And here's Recology, which is another one of our big supporters of San Francisco Pride and this broadcast.
Wonder if we could get BB down there. I think she's headed that way. I know they do a big routine. It may be hard, but BB, can you get somebody from Recology for us?
We're going to try and do that for you.
Maybe let's watch their routine first.
You might become a part of the routine if you get too close, BB, so hang in there. I want to say one more thing about Cheer San Francisco. They were also joined by Cheer LA, Cheer of other cities, because, again, something started in San Francisco and spread across the country. We'll see that a lot today. What is Recology, basically? It's our disposal of trash and garbage. And yet, here they are in the parade. Why would that even be?
Well, again, 46 years ago, San Francisco Pride started as a protest, as a riot to liberate our people, and how in 2016, many of us are openly working for some of these companies. We're involved in our civic duties, our politics, and so, of course, they're here to support and represent the LGBTQ employees, as well as, they work in the city that they love, and San Francisco being that symbol of love and support for the LGBTQ community.
And they work on these routines for months in advance, so they're really tight and fun, and the public loves it. And they've never delivered my trash and done that routine, so I have to wait every year for the parade. Great.
It's always so interesting, when I leave San Francisco and I freak out when there's no compost bin or no recycle bin.
I mean, really, every business has it now. Every individual. I mean, if you're not recycling, something's wrong.
And here we have PG&E, or Pacific Gas and Electric. They keep your lights on and work very hard, and I'm sure they're here with all their LGBTQ employees and their families and their friends.
Beautiful antique vehicle. Oh, we gotta listen. I love this music. Let's listen to this music. I love a float that has music, and they got music. Let's
From Market Street in San Francisco, it's the 46th annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV.
Another one of our great Grand Marshals. This is Lifetime Achievement Grand Marshal Mike Shriver. He's so tremendously respected right now. He's the head of the AIDS Memorial Grove, but he's been involved in so many different things. The AIDS World AIDS Day for several years, and they just did what's called a die-in. Are you familiar with that?
That's right. That's right. We weren't able to get back to that, but several people were staging the die-in, laying on the floor.
Well, it reflects back to the ACT UP days when we weren't getting any kind of response from the government. We had to do something. We were laying in front of hospitals, in front of government buildings, in front of pharmaceutical companies, and eventually the attention came our way. Sometimes you have to have a more extreme form of protest. But thank you, Mike, for being in the parade.
And following Mike, we've got another one of our celebrity Grand Marshals, and that's Chef Melissa King, who was a finalist on season 12 of Top Chef that's aired on the Bravo Network. I'm a huge fan of hers, and she's got new recipes that she's co-partnered with. You can get them at Whole Foods, so very exciting.
Well, those chef shows and cooking shows are so popular. I look at them and I can't even figure out what they're talking about. I'm just not a cook, but good for her and good for her being in the parade.
And Our Family Coalition. This is the largest resource organization here in the Bay Area that provides support for LGBTQ families.
There's a big change in the parade. I mean, the first few parades were, people that were coming out, people that were fighting against all kinds of injustices. There were never children in the parade. Now, there's a lot of children in the families, and therefore it's reflected in the parade.
The organization is led by Judy Appel, who's the executive director, and we should know, Our Family Coalition. They work on all kinds of things. They've got events for LGBTQI parents. They've got meetups for prospective parents. Like they do this thing called Egg Meets Sperm.
Oh. We can't do that on the air, but
yeah. But they also do some very important work in, on the legislative side and working with politicians, lawmakers on passing bills that impact LGBTQI families.
Well, unfortunately, nationally, we still have laws on the books in many states that prevent adoption by same-sex gender couples, all kinds of problems like that. So we got to address that on a national level as we did the marriage issue, and it will change.
I wonder if there's a mini Donna ever in the future. A mini Donna?
Oh. No, I think I'm enough of the community.
We need more of you. You've been so great to the community for the last 20-some, what, 25
That's good,
years?
20-some. No, I do love my community, and I think it's great that opportunities are there. Just as the marriage issue was never my top issue, but I mean, I grew up in the South where you had to drink from different water fountains, and so I want to have the right to marry, I want the right to have children, I want the right that every other American citizen has, and that's where we're headed right now, and it's an exciting time to be alive.
It would be cute if we could hear from a little person, one of the cute kids who are out here supporting their families.
Bibi, you're surrounded by families out there. What's going on? She'll see what she can find.
All these families down here. It's a wonderful sight to see. Been with the kids and mom and dad and mom and dad and dad. It's really wonderful.
Everything's possible now.
Yes, it is.
Bibi, you have 2 kids, right? You're a proud parent.
I have 2 daughters. That is correct.
It's a wonderful group for you. Let's have a little bit of Brazilian music here, one of my favorites, and enjoy the music and the sights. Bibi's found an interview for us. Bibi, who do you have?
I have Cody here with Airbnb. This is a wonderful contingent that you have here. Well, how important was it for you to be a part of this particular Pride?
Well, for me, it's incredibly important because my community is my family, and my family is all over the world right now. And so us coming together to remind each other that we love each other was absolutely important for me to be here.
Well, we appreciate all that Airbnb does for our housing needs on a temporary basis, and so thank you for being a part of the parade. I want to throw it back to Donna and Michelle.
And I want to thank Airbnb for being one of our sponsors today. You know, people are wondering what happened with the parade changes, the television coverage. Well, one of the things is we need corporate support. Thank you, Airbnb, for stepping up. Every time I hear a cheer like that, I don't know what's happening next. Can we tell what's happening? It's just enthusiasm, I think, and that's the good thing.
That's the energy here in San Francisco right now.
Can't bottle it.
Over 200 groups are marching with us and celebrating our 46th annual San Francisco Pride celebration. The weather is amazing. Actually, it's pretty warm.
Oh, it is getting warm, but I'm loving it so far, as long as we don't get too much hotter. But we're here with a beautiful view right here at 7th and Market, and we're bringing you this parade through our coffee network, and coffee viewers will be able to enjoy it tonight and also repeated times after that. So check it out.
Wow, they've got a disco on a float. Or is that's a house party is
and
what
we have
it
to
is.
keep remembering, we're almost at the end of the parade. They're still dancing like that. How can they be not exhausted? I don't know. They got some energy that Pride provides. Somebody's got some big speakers on their float.
San Francisco we are happy right now. We are elated. There are so many people here celebrating with us. And again, the central theme and message has been, but we have Orlando in our hearts. We're fighting against hate. We're standing up. We're uniting and making sure people see us and see our supporters.
It's a pretty serious theme this year, you know, too, with the economic and racial justice. But, you know, we've got to celebrate today and do the work tomorrow and go forward.
Yes, the theme is for racial and economic justice, and so San Francisco Pride has expanded upon that. They've produced a series of short documentaries that you can watch at sfpride.org that shows the work of our Grand Marshals.
There was a wonderful symposium that was also done at the Commonwealth Club that really confronted some of those issues.
And here's Salesforce being very loud and excited to be here.
I think they have a few people in their contingent too, don't they?
Yes, and they've got a great float there with some entertainers. Salesforce pioneered a new technology model with the cloud platform, a new pay-as-you-go business model focused on customer success, and a new integrated corporate philanthropy model called the 111 model, which they donate 1% of their equity, 1% of their employee time, and 1% of the product to improve communities around the world.
Wow, that's a great model.
Salesforce, by the way, and you can tell by how many employees have turned out here, employees and their family and their friends. They're the largest tech employer in San Francisco. They're excited to march in their 4th Pride Parade.
Good for them. Just feel that. I mean, that's incredible. The largest tech employer in San Francisco. I didn't know that. They're probably the ones I should talk to about the cloud. Where is it? What is it?
It's true, you know, like a lot of these companies, I'm not really sure what they do, but I'm sure they do something very smart.
Yeah. We're probably on the air because of them somehow. That's one of the largest contingents so far. It's great to see. They've got a gimmick too. They've got the blue T-shirts. They've got the little, what do you call those things? Kind of like pom-poms are waving. It's great.
It's true, San Francisco has changed economically over time, and that's why this theme is so important for racial and economic justice. There's been an increase of tech companies.
And remember, you just said that policy of the 111. If the policies are in place, there can be economic justice. So let's see what they're doing here. It's a long contingent. So let's enjoy their confetti, their pom-poms, and their blue T-shirts. This is Salesforce.
comes a series of our Grand Marshals, and this is exactly what I was talking about. The Grand Marshals selected this year reflect the theme, the work that they do. They work tirelessly to support the most marginalized and vulnerable of our community. In fact, I think that if BB can, it would be great if we could talk to one of our Grand Marshals. Who do you have?
Hi, Michelle. I have Larry Yang here, and he is our community Grand Marshal. How are you doing, Larry? And how are you enjoying the spirit out here?
Of our community coming together from so many different places and so many different backgrounds and experiences, and it allows us.
I think it's exactly what you said, and I'm glad that you are here to represent your part of the community. Thank you very much.
It is hard to hear out there, I know, BB, but thank you for trying to get that interview. It's funny because I spoke to him the other day. He's very grounded in spiritualism and meditation, and to have this crowd out here, his voice is very light. It's a great contrast. But thank you for being one of our Grand Marshals, Larry.
Definitely learn more about his work. Like I said, San Francisco Pride has expanded the platform this year, I should say, the programming, and we have produced a series of short documentaries and talking about their work. So you can go to sfpride.org, click on Grand Marshals, and learn more of all of their work. Following Larry, we have Fresh White, who is a community Grand Marshal as well. He's a coach and trans man of color, helping others live their dreams and meet their goals.
I know he does economic development at the San Francisco Center, the LGBT Center. Great guy.
That's right. And Fresh, I talked about this at your brunch, but he talked about the importance of, coming from a place of unity, but a place of also love and healing. And I know that, after Orlando, many of us may be feeling a sense of fear. There's got to be ways in our communities in which we address safety so that everyone feels safe in our community, including people of color and specifically Black trans women who experience a really high percentage of violence that you had talked about earlier.
You're right, and I don't know what the answer to that is, but San Francisco Pride is one of the places we can get that conversation going, as they do with the symposium, and as we do by choosing a variety of Grand Marshals. So get the conversation started. That's how we're going to come to a solution.
Both Fresh and Larry are marching with Spirit Rock. Spirit Rock is an insight meditation center located in West Marin County, which is 45 minutes from San Francisco. Spirit Rock provides trainings in the practice of insight meditation and instruction in the teachings of the Buddha. And here's another Grand Marshal, Mia Too Much Satya, also does an incredible amount of work. She is just fascinating to me.
She's a young person. She served on committees and city agencies, and she's really changing her world from a very young age. She was so enthused yesterday at the brunch, just delighted to be in the parade, and she's feeling her moment right now, I can tell.
She grew up in rural Texas and blossomed into a trans woman, came here to San Francisco with just a few dollars to her name and has experienced violence committed against her, has been homeless, and in those years she has really overcome those experiences and now is giving back to her community in so many ways.
Isn't that great? It would be so easy to give up when you've got all that happening, but you find a way and then turn it back around and to work for agencies that get funding for the needs of minorities and people that really don't get enough attention. She's a great person.
She works I should mention she works in solidarity with Black Lives Matter and supports Taja's coalition's efforts to end the genocide of trans women of color, and recently launched All Out, the LGBTQ political pipeline to inspire, educate, and connect youth to transform the world. Thank you, Mia. And now we've got AIDS Life Cycle, which is another one of our favorite and iconic heritage organizations.
Can you believe what they do? They get on a bike and ride from San Francisco to LA. I mean, how could that be? I don't know. They train, they go for months, and of course, one of these things where they have people support them, so they'll give you $1 a mile, $100 a mile or something, and they raise millions of dollars through that ride.
In California alone, there are over 151,000 people living with HIV. Nationally, 70% of all new infections occur in communities of color, and people under the age of 25 are increasingly affected. And so the costs associated with medical care and treatment for a person with HIV are about $20,000 per year. So access to life-saving drugs, clinical trials, and state-of-the-art treatment helps those with the disease live a longer and better quality of life, and AIDS Life Cycle helps those living with HIV/AIDS.
I'm glad you gave us those statistics too, because the AIDS crisis is not over. It is still with us, and we just have to, it has a new face. So I love that. Thank
All
you,
right.
Ace Lifecycle.
Now here's another, new tech company that lives in San Francisco, and that's Lyft. It's a car share company. And
I think you said you've used them, haven't you? Yeah.
yes, they're also a sponsor of Pride. I
wonderful.
definitely have lifted before.
And they've kind of gone through a transition. Everything used to have the pink mustache. Now it's a little mustache, but they get you where you need to go. Thank you,
All right.
Lyft.
On that note, let's take a break.
Welcome back to the 46th Annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV, presented by Airbnb.
And we've got one of our biggest contingents coming up now, Genentech.
Genentech.
They've started in 1976. I didn't know they've been around that long, but they're a homegrown organization or a company, and they've got a huge contingent coming up. What is their color? Let's see. They've got T-shirts going on here. They're colorful and enthusiastic. I know that. Last year they had a huge contingent, so they probably do again today. Another one of those companies in the tech industry, but they're responsible. They're contributing to Pride and contributing to our community as well.
Well, they're a biotech company, and so they definitely have changed the way medicine, has impacted our lives. And you mentioned, yes, they did start in San Francisco. Their founder, I had read somewhere, had thought about the technology of changing the way medicine is consumed in a bar somewhere,
Right.
Churchill. Does that
Isn't that
ring a bell?
interesting? Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
probably true. Yeah. A lot of good ideas come up in bars. That's where the Pride Brunch was originated, so you never know what's going to happen. So we welcome a large contingent here from Genentech. Sounds like they're not going to let us talk, so why don't we listen to them a little bit here?
We hope you're enjoying the broadcast of the San Francisco Pride Parade. It is a great time here in San Francisco. The energy is high. People are having a great time. Lots of people are turning out, and I think the reason is that people are coming out to stand united and to show others that we will not live in fear, especially after what happened in Orlando. A lot of people are marching here today with Orlando in their hearts, and that goes the same for all of us here, a part of the broadcast. So BB Sweetbriar just stepped out, who is our field reporter, and now we've got Oscar Raimundo.
Are we coming in? Okay, great.
He'll
BB
carry
was a
you
great
throughout.
field reporter. We'll
Yep.
have to have her back again. Thank you for those interviews, BB.
I am going to actually step out soon. I've got
What
to go
better
do.
thing do you have to do today?
I've got to go do my presidential duties and make sure everyone's having a great time.
Well,
I'll
before
be
you
at the
go,
main
I have to ask
stage.
you, Michelle, you committed to being on the committee, first of all, then you became the president of Pride. I mean, has it been what you expected? I know there have been struggles, but would you encourage people to get involved?
I talked about this and I made a Facebook post that was very public and talked about falling in love with my community, but at the same time feeling heartbroken because of situations like Orlando. And then at the same time, I want to be around my community, but intolerance keeps us apart. And all these things that we face, such as discrimination of race, of gender, and all of that. And we have a lot more to do, and I think that's where my passion comes from and wanting to be a part of Pride. I think visibility is the backbone of our movement. We've got to continue being out there and showing people what we look like, who we are, and continue talking about the issues that impact our lives.
Well, I have to say, from our community, the entire community, I'll speak on their behalf. Thank you for your service on the committee and as president. Michelle.
Well, I've got people like Donna who inspire me and learn from.
Oh, we got a lot of pioneers.
Here's Apple. I can't say that they might be the biggest contingent here. There's been, quite a few.
Thank you. Yes, we have Apple coming now. I didn't want to step on your praise there. We do have Apple coming up. Before we do, we have the National Park Service. Now, it's not a huge contingent, but before we let them go, do you know what happened recently? President Obama made the Stonewall Inn part of the National Park Service. It will be forever historical. It will be ever preserved. And what better way to introduce this huge contingent now from Apple? Everybody watching today probably has friends that work for Apple. Maybe you work for Apple, might have an Apple in your house. It's such a huge company.
My partner works for Apple, but we should note that Tim Cook is one of the only openly gay CEOs out there, and who is also a voice and a champion for LGBTQ rights. I mean, that's kind of incredible to think of. One of the most powerful companies in the entire world is headed by an out gay man.
And I think it's amazing that a lot of people don't know that, because that's not the most important issue. He does a great job, and he's in charge of this company. And one day we'll get to that, that we can just be who we are. So what a huge contingent this is. Apple, so check it out. Maybe you work for Apple, you can be in the contingent next year. It's a lot of fun. Well, we have to say goodbye to you now. Oh, I hate that. Let's say goodbye to Michelle. Thank you for being my co-MC for this part of the broadcast. We'll be back with a brand new MC. You'll see who it is when we come back from this break.
Welcome back to the 46th Annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV, presented by Airbnb.
We've got much more of the San Francisco Pride Parade here, and I've got a new co-MC, Marga Gomez.
Me, another lesbian. Lesbians.
How you doing, Marga?
I'm so happy to see you. It's not Pride unless I see you.
Oh, aren't you sweet?
And all these beautiful
Look
people.
at this. Oh, and you've been out there in the crowd. You know the energy and everything. It's going to be an incredible time. I love doing this with you. We're going to go through some of the contingents here. We got some politicians coming up, some elected officials.
And a
You
few
just chime in.
future ex-wives for Marga, yes.
Now the crowd out here, as we said before, it's like 5 deep now, maybe 7 deep on some sides.
Oh,
so
much
it's
more than
incredible.
that. Yeah.
And great enthusiasm. We've mentioned several times the Orlando's in our heart, but we have got a celebration going on here today, and it's just going to say that hate can't win.
Living well is the best revenge, especially for the LGBTQIA community.
There we go. Now we have elected officials going by. We've seen David Chu, who is our assemblyman in Sacramento. He just went by. Another person I must say thinks the way we think. He's a great advocate for us. And we also have Phil Ting and
I just
Mark
met him. He's a very
Levin
nice
coming
guy,
by.
yeah.
And we love what they do, and we love the organization that supports so many of our political friends, and that's Equality California. They'll be coming by very shortly.
They work so hard. They work so hard. It'll be great to give them lots of love as they walk by.
I don't know how big their contingent is. We'll find out as they walk by. The biggest one so far has been Apple, which was last year, but we limited somewhat. We don't want the parade to last until Monday.
Yes,
so.
actually, I think they had a Genius Bar in their contingent. I was online. I still haven't been called.
Are you serious? If they were a Genius Bar, they wouldn't be out in this heat today. It is so hot here. We're really getting San Francisco weather we always get for the parade, right? Has it ever rained on your parade?
You know what I like to do on a beautiful day like this? I like to find those protesters against us and say, good weather God gave us for Pride.
And they melt.
Yes.
True. Okay, we've got lots of people coming up here. We're looking now for the Equality California. I think they're going to be here in just a second.
Look at all those smiles.
Well, that's the thing. It's contagious, really. When you see the people on the sides anticipating, then you see their favorite contingents come by, maybe somebody they know in the parade. It really is contagious, and you can feel the energy. Now we have a new person in the field. We had BB earlier, and she did a great interview.
BB did a great
now
job.
We have Oscar Raimundo.
Oscar?
Are you out there?
Yes,
Who do you
I'm
have?
right here, you guys. How are you?
Who do you have for us to interview?
On Market Street, San Francisco Pride, it's Randy Harrison, the Celebrity
Randy.
Pride Marshal. What does it mean for you to be here today?
For me, it's a massive celebration. It's a way to celebrate and love my community, the LGBTQ community, to celebrate with the cast and crew of Cabaret, to just embrace each other and embrace the community.
And I think that this year is more important to just come united and be together. So thank you so much for being here. It really means a lot. We appreciate it.
Real honor to be included this year.
Now back to you, Donna and Marga.
Thank you, Oscar, for that interview. Randy, we remember him from Queer as Folk, the American version. He was a great actor in that. Now he is right here in San Francisco with Cabaret. I hope you like Cabaret.
Folk, changed so much. That whole cast was amazing.
Groundbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
And now Cabaret is here in San Francisco. We want to make sure we go and see it. I'm getting grave reviews from all my friends about it already.
Sally Bowles was based on my life. I'm the lesbian Sally Bowles.
She's going to be reciting lines from that very soon. Well, here's something to make you think about. Facebook is coming up. This was one of the biggest contingents last year, and we'll see what they have this year. I have a feeling it'll be big again.
Donna,
so let's look at Facebook.
I don't want to brag, but I've poked a lot of those people.
And they don't show so any worse for the wear, so that's good. Facebook coming up. Talk about something that's changed the world, changed the face of communication, Facebook. If you know somebody that's not on it, I can do it with their name.
I know. Well,
Everybody's on it.
I don't know if we have Snapchat. You know, that's for the young kids, but this is for everybody.
Do you have a Facebook account?
Oh, I absolutely do. I have also a Facebook fan page. Do you have that?
So you've got both. I started one. I've got to talk to Facebook people. I'll be right back. I'm going to go talk to them. This is a huge, huge contingent. So let's turn our attention to this multicolored, multifaceted contingent from Facebook. I told you it's going to be a big contingent.
Incredibly
Facebook is lining
large.
the streets here. I wish I knew the numbers. I think 1,500 was what they were limited to this time.
1,500,
That looks like
yes.
1,500.
All my friends, all my personal Facebook
And
friends.
can you point out the ones you poked?
That
don't think
one
you
and
can.
that one and that one.
Look, and they're very
And you
enthusiastic.
too.
They're not always LGBT. Maybe they're just allies too, and that's very important for us as well.
Yes, but we can still flirt with them, can't we? Oh no, that's against workplace rules. No, don't do that, kids.
All right, Facebook's wrapping up, and we're going to go to our next contingent here. We have the San Leandro Unified School District. You'll see several of the school districts send representatives here. They're not maybe in San Francisco, but they want to have the exposure of this great group.
Yes, look at the cheer they're getting. They are getting so
They
much
are.
love because we love our teachers. Sometimes our teachers are our only advocates.
Please tell me that that's fireworks I hear, nothing else. I hear some fireworks. No, I've always looked for
Fireworks were at the lesbian bar last night.
I was looking for my favorite things in the parade. Now, so far we've had the bubbles. I love bubbles. We've had some great music, big sound systems. But we've not had confetti or like glitter yet. Sometimes people throw glitter. I mean, there's Recology. They'll clean it up later. It's okay. And now we have
What happened
United
to glitter?
Airlines. And do we have an interview out there, Oscar?
Hi guys. So I'm here with Oscar from United. I'm Oscar and he's Oscar. Tell us, what does it mean for your company to be here today?
Oh my God, the energy, the excitement, the pride, that's what our company brings to you as customers, and that's what San Francisco's bringing to us. So it's a wonderful day. Thank you.
It's also so great to see so many talented people in the LGBT community that they can work for United and they feel represented, they can be embraced, correct?
This concept for us is 365 days a year. It's something we do. We embrace all types and walks, and it's just a wonderful, exciting event. So thank you.
It's great to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
That's United Airlines. Thank you for that interview, Oscar. Oscar to Oscar, is that what it was? All right, United Airlines. There are a lot of airlines that you can fly, and I love watching which ones are here. I know we have Virgin, we have United. We'll see who comes along and kind of keep track as we go here. But they've got a big contingent. I love their float.
Yeah,
the actual
that's
plane there.
That's the new inflatable plane. It's for people who are very high.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Where do you come up with this? Oh, you're a comedian, that's right.
Yes,
If you're
I'm
working
known
on a
they
new
call me
show.
Marga Gomez. And
I know you're working on a new show. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to go to a break in a minute, though. So continue to enjoy the parade. We're not even halfway through, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll be back with much more of the San Francisco LGBTQ Pride Parade.
Come right back here.
Welcome back to the 46th Annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV, presented by Airbnb.
Told you there'd be more of the parade, and indeed there is. I'm here with Marga Gomez. I'm Donna Sachet. This is the 46th Annual LGBTQ Pride Parade.
Happy Pride!
How many have you been to? Have you been to a lot of the San Francisco parades?
I was actually I was in the first parade.
The first one?
Yes, we were. Our contingent was lesbians and monogamous relationships, and I met someone there.
And here we are. Let's look at this incredible contingent here. We've got medical organizations. We've got celebrities coming up. Let's turn our attention to the parade. Sutter Health. I wonder why we had some scrubs here, and I guess there's some people in the medical profession.
These are the kind of scrubs we want.
Really? And they're all the same color, so that makes for a big impact in the parade. A large contingent from Sutter Health. Got some elected officials coming up. Now I'll have to caution you to withhold any strong opinions if you disagree, but now we got some good ones coming up.
I've taken 2 Xanax already.
Well, the next
I
person
ran for
coming
an
up.
official as well.
Next person coming up is San Francisco City Attorney Dennis Herrera. Now his politics are on the right side.
Dennis Herrera. Who
Great
doesn't
guy.
love Dennis Herrera? Please.
Our city attorney. He was part of the whole pushing the marriage issue to the national forefront and supported Gavin in his decision to issue their licenses here in San Francisco.
Very cool guy. And we have a lot of
Oscar,
cool people.
are you able to get to Dennis for an interview? Oscar? Can you get to us? Okay, we'll try and get that interview for you.
Where are you guys?
I think we've got it here. Oscar, you have an interview with
Yes.
Dennis?
Yes.
Great.
Here we are on Market Street with Dennis Herrera. Dennis, tell us, what does it mean for you to be here today?
Hey, every year it's a celebration of the advances we've made for equality and unity, but also a reminder that the work isn't done. And for every triumph that we have with marriage equality, we see we have to continue the fight to make sure we have inclusion and protection for everybody. And it's important this year more than ever.
That is so right. The work is not done. What's our next step? Where do we go from here?
Well, think about it. We see what's happening in Russia. We see what's happening in Africa internationally, where LGBT people are being killed. But it's not just there. It's still here in this country. So it's about legislation, but it's about continuing to make sure that we're protecting folks and battling to change the hearts and minds of people and fight for equality and inclusion.
That's a great message. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Pride.
Thanks so much, Oscar. You're getting some great interviews out there, asking the hard questions,
Very
getting
nice,
some good
Oscar.
answers. And there is more work to be done, but today's about reflecting on the past and getting a strategy go forward and celebrating. This is the celebration.
Absolutely, honoring the past and getting ready for the next few months.
Now, one of the reasons we had to lose Michelle at this point, she is the president of Pride, as we said. We gave her some kudos for that. She's on to Civic Center, where a huge celebration is happening. That will last until 6 o'clock tonight, I believe. And you'll see 20 stages. There's a VIP party in City Hall. It's an incredible celebration. So don't forget that.
She has not slept, I think, since June 1st.
Right.
She has been at meetings, organizing, problem solving. She's an inspiring person.
She
Besides
is.
her work at Coffee TV.
Yes. Now we got the San Francisco Department of Public Health came by. We've got also the several organizations, the Better World Advertising, and I think we're going to have very soon an organization, a place you know about. Do you know about Grayton?
Yeah, I've played a few slots in my time, and I mean that respectfully. So they're going to be coming up, but not quite yet.
Who's this music? It's incredible. This is, we'll see what this is, but the music is really hitting me. I love, as I said, great sound systems. PG&E had a great one. I don't know how they did that, but.
They work hard, they play hard. This is the sexual revolution, Donna, coming up, and
I love the sound system. Why don't we give it a chance here?
Yeah,
this is the music. It's part of the San Francisco Pride Parade.
All right.
Just wanna dance all night to her. What you make me say? Damn.
now we have that Graton organization. What is the Graton
Graton
Casino?
Resorts and Casino. I don't know if it's Graton, but the Federated Indians of Graton Rancheria recognize that our tribal members, resort team members, and guests come from all walks of life.
I'm going to interrupt you because we have somebody important. We have the city treasurer, Jose
Oh,
Cisneros.
well,
we have an interview,
yes.
Oscar. Well, we're not able to interview him, but we know who he is. Jose Cisneros is one of the openly gay elected officials. He is a fabulous guy. He's in charge of the money of San Francisco. We want somebody responsible there. Jose Cisneros, shout out to you.
Let me just say one last thing about this wonderful resort and casino organization. Their tribal members, resort team members, and guests come from all walks of life and represent all minorities. And they say respect for diversity and LGBTQI equality is core to who we are. That's Graton Resorts.
And they had a great banner on the side that said, "We're with you, Orlando." I love the tie-in.
Hi. Yeah, so we got Jose Cisneros here. Tell us, what does it mean for you to be at the parade this year?
Hi, I'm Jose Cisneros, San Francisco Treasurer. I'm so excited for our community today. I'm excited that this marks my 12th year as an openly gay elected official here in San Francisco. I'm proud to stand with everybody in San Francisco and across this country for our community and to be out and proud. Thanks.
Your 12th year. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Have a great Pride.
Great Pride to you.
Thank you, Jose Cisneros, one of our
12 years?
favorites.
Did he
He's a
say
great
12
guy.
years?
He's a great guy.
Wow. Yeah.
Are you having fun yet, Marga?
I am having fun. I am honored to be here. This is the first time I've ever been at the Coffee Pride broadcast, and it's really fun. I've been bragging about it. You know?
We've got a great crew out there, and they're helping us with this. Right now, we have Bad Rap coming up. They're here again this year, marching with dogs who were rescued from various animal shelters and cruelty cases. It's the first group we've seen in contingent with animals, and
Bad
I don't know,
Rap.
it's gotten near and dear to my heart. I've got some friends that have had dogs that they've lost them. It becomes a family member. I hope you know that.
Oh yeah. No, I miss my dog. Really, my dog was my best relationship.
And there are some animals like that have a certain breed that has a bad reputation, and that's what this organization is trying to say. They may have a bad rap, but they're not bad dogs. They have gotten a bad rap. So thank you for that organization. Bad Rap.
Donna, will you marry me?
Do I have fans out there? Thank you, Julian Marshburn, for giving me flowers. That's so sweet. Thank you. Your name has been on the air.
How do you know it wasn't
Thank
me?
I'm not your type.
I called the Leatherman Flower Service and they delivered it for me.
Okay. Now, I'm on camera with my rose. They didn't see those yet? Thank you, Julian Marshburn. We got.
All right, now.
I think I've got some shout-outs there in the parade. It's great to hear. You know, I've been doing this parade for 15 years on the air, and it's I've learned a lot. You never can predict what's going to happen. We've got
I'm with a
contingents
pro.
that's sometimes out of order, and we're doing the best we can here to try to cover the whole parade for you. We have some of the unions walking by now. You know, San Francisco's a union town. Harvey Milk worked with the unions when he was getting elected. It's all about unity and working together for common causes, and that's important. That's the United
Cesar
Health
Chavez
Workers.
was big up here for the United Farm Workers, and Doris Huerta's part of the community, and yeah, we love our unions.
We intersect with their causes in so many ways. That was the United Health Workers. We have SEIU coming up, and that's one of the, that's also the same organization. I'm sorry. That's one of our largest union organizations.
Oh my gosh.
A gap. We have a gap. We haven't had any gaps. We have a little gap here in the parade.
We have a gap. Okay.
But it's coming
I
up.
have a gap also, Donna. Did you see? I got a gap right here.
Here's the next
Fall into my
organization.
gap.
This is an important organization.
Fantastic.
You want to tell us a little bit about?
Yes. Can I tell them now?
Jump in.
Okay, folks. This is one of our biggies, Glide Memorial Church. And they have a very simple, short statement. Our mission is to create a radically inclusive, just, and loving community mobilized to alleviate suffering and break the cycles of poverty and marginalization. Folks, you have to visit Glide. It is non-denominational. Everyone is welcome, and they can sing.
And there they are riding the first car. I mean, Cecil is just such an impact in the city. As his wife is with him, Janice. Just great. If you love Glide Memorial, check them out here. They're in the parade this year. More after this break of the San Francisco Pride Parade.
From Market Street in San Francisco, it's the 46th annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV.
My favorite projects all year long is covering this parade. We're here with Coffee TV today. I'm Donna Sachet and with Marga Gomez. You must know her. Great comedian. You got some things coming
We know
up.
Donna Sachet. I have, yes, I do have some things coming up.
What's the name of your new show?
Oh, the name of my new show is Latin Standards, and I'm in a development for it. But I'll have my New Year's Eve show for Brava and my website, margagomez.com.
We'll keep track of that. Now, with that music you heard as we went into the break, the church ladies and gents, I mean, that music, you were feeling the religion, I know, and I was too.
Yeah,
so
I miss going to Glide. I have to go back there. I love that part where they tell you to turn and say hello to your neighbors and say hello to everyone around you. It's great.
That's great. And that gospel music, the church ladies and gents, we love that. And we got a couple of corporate businesses coming by. We've got some elected officials still coming by. We'll kind of clue you in as organizations come. What are these big balloons? This is the Bank of the West. I used to think it was weird to have banks walk in our parade, and now we have Bank of America, we have Wells Fargo certainly, but they give money to organizations too, and it's their chance to have a little exposure in the parade.
I have done many benefits, and they've sponsored them. That is
good.
true.
Good to hear. Thank you, Bank of the West. Bank of the West is giving some good music. Let's listen in. The music is contagious, and we have a group now that I think we might have an interview. We'll look for that in a minute. But didn't you love that music? That's part of what a parade is. And now I think we have Oscar out there with an interview with
That's what everybody
Scouts
loves
for
our
All.
parade.
Let's
Scouts.
Go ahead, Oscar.
Hi guys, yes, I'm here with Scouts for Equality, a big year for them. Tell us, what does it mean for you guys to be in the parade this year?
It's great. We've been doing this for 4 years running now, and we're here to celebrate how equality and how everyone can be in Scouts now. Back in 2014, the membership policy was expanded to this time include gay youth, and in July of 2015, it was expanded once again to allow adult leaders as well. And that's great because now everyone can enjoy Scouting.
That is very great for the community here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Oscar. Oscar, were
Check
you a
out more of
scout?
the parade here on Market Street.
Oscar, were you a scout?
I was,
Well,
actually.
there you go. You have something in
For
common.
Halloween ones.
Oh, for Halloween.
Weekend.
All
They were
right,
scouting.
thank you. Yeah, it's not easy in those interviews. Oscar's out there in the middle
We
of it
love the
all,
Scouts
So
and-
thank you for doing that for us.
Where are the Girl Scouts?
Well, they got a big
These
contingent.
are just scouts. Are these
What Scouts for All? So I think
all
they're all kind of
scouts,
inclusive.
all gender scouts?
All inclusive, yeah.
Scouts are the best. They're always prepared.
We're not gonna be able to talk over this. We might as well enjoy this music here.
Oh,
where's
I'm
my
just
confetti? My
listening.
confetti.
I'm just listening and watching all the.
This is one of the largest
Oh, those
contingents last year. It's one of the largest contingents this year. Let's sit back and enjoy Google, ladies and gentlemen. Google.
You know, I just like to go up to all of them and ask them questions.
That's a big contingent there, Mark. Oh, Google. You have a Google account probably, right?
Well, I'm always Googling. I mean, I don't like it when people ask me directions or where is Tom Brokaw now. What am I, Google? I've said that many times.
You're poking, you're Googling.
I'm poking, I'm Googling, I'm hip.
Well, that contingent's coming to a close there. Again, one of the largest. I think we had Facebook, we had Apple, and we had Google. Those are some of the biggest contingents of the parade this year.
And PFLAG is coming up, and hopefully my mic didn't fall out of my head, but I can tell you about PFLAG. I would love to tell you. May I tell you about PFLAG, Donna?
Not yet. Let's.
I'm going to tell you
here we go. Here we go. Yes, you can.
Yes, I can. PFLAG San Francisco is the Bay Area's favorite nonprofit for the LGBT community, their friends, families, and allies, and that is so true. They get the most love in the parade. PFLAG has held support meetings every month since 1992, almost 290 meetings and counting.
It's amazing.
Okay, we're going to hear some of the sights and sounds.
Show some love now. Here we go. All right. Come on, we're going justice all day long.
That was quite a large contingent for PFLAG.
PFLAG, and they even had one of their cable cars. It was Spanish, which is so wonderful, so inclusive, because
what does that say?
It said padres y madres, mommies and poppies. They love us.
That's
and
great.
That also reminds me of Orlando.
It does.
So much family. We're all family.
And that's why this parade is going on as planned. I mean, there were a lot of thoughts about how we change it. I don't know if you saw the very beginning section. We had a contingent. There were people here from Orlando. Sister Roma was part of the group as well. Some local people that were saying, let's remember it, and now let's celebrate and not let hate defeat our celebration. They're a very moving moment. We had a moment of silence even. We've seen all kinds of organizations, both corporate and nonprofit, seen elected officials, small contingents, large contingents. It's really heartwarming.
But a shout out to people of color in our queer community. Esta Noche, all the people in San Francisco who went to that club. Donna, did you ever go to Esta Noche?
Oh, I did. I loved Esta Noche.
Yeah.
And some of the performers there became good friends. Taina, it was just great.
Ooh, we got an interview.
Let's toss to Oscar then. Who do you have, Oscar?
Yeah, so we're here with Museums with Pride. You know, San Francisco has such amazing places to go check out the art. What are you guys doing here today?
So for Museums with Pride, we're just marching and showing our support for the LGBTQ community, and we're all coming together. We're museums from all over the city. I'm representing the Museum of the African Diaspora. The Contemporary Jewish Museum is here. SF MoMA is here. The Walt Disney Museum is here. Every museum that you could think of in the city, we've come together to really show our support and to represent for Pride, and coming together as a museums as one to just show our support and show our love for the community.
That sounds great. What about the Wax Figure Museum? Is it here?
Yeah, so the Wax Figure Museum is here as well. Yeah, so
thank you so much.
Sorry,
Happy Pride.
Oscar, you're a merciless interviewer, I tell you. You're not going to let him get away. Well, we are so happy in San Francisco to have so many world-quality museums available to us, and I love the fact that you united in their contingent here at the San Francisco Pride Parade. close behind those museums, we've got Autodesk, another one of our high-tech companies. We're thrilled to have them here. And I would love to look at these wonderful costumes here. These people still have enthusiasm. They're almost at the end of the parade. Let's enjoy it. We've got a supervisor, actually the president of the Board of Supervisors here with her own float. We haven't seen that in a while. London Breed, ladies and gentlemen.
Through Pride. It's like boogie nights.
It's a little miniaturization of some of the sights and sounds of San Francisco, including men with shorts on the back there.
Yes.
London Breed.
London Breed knows how to make a contingent.
And London's in a car ahead of the float, just having a great time, it looks like. She's got a lot of following. If you get a contingent like that, you're loved by somebody.
So now there are, when are the awards for the floats? Because
that's a good point. They're being judged down there by the grandstands now by a selecting committee and supervised by the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. And we'll see who those winners are when the parade is over. I think they announce them at the City Hall VIP party.
Have you ever been a judge at the parade?
Who am I to judge?
I was a judge. And finally,
It's
they
not
told me
easy.
just judge the floats, not the individual people.
It's all fabulous fun.
Yeah, it was a little judgy.
We got Solar Pride here. Now that's a whole different kind of music we haven't spent a lot of time on yet. They look like they're having a lot of fun. Solar Pride
Alex
Parade.
Nieto, shout out for the loss of Alex Nieto in our community, and
Oh, this is, yeah.
it's a very important contingent.
I hear some great music. I see a banner. I guess that is Uber Technologies. Let's hear for Uber. They've saved my life many times, gotten me from one place to another. We're going to take a break now as we go into this fabulous contingent and great music from Uber.
Come right back.
Thank you, Marga. Okay, we're going to go to a break now, and we're going to say goodbye to Marga for the moment. Thank you, Marga, for helping us out.
I'm going to start dancing on the floor.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I got my little lame
Have your shorts?
Yeah.
We're going to go to break now. We'll be back with much more of the Pride Parade in San Francisco.
From Market Street in San Francisco, it's the 46th Annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV.
Welcome back to the San Francisco LGBTQ Pride Parade. I have a new co-host. It's Tiffany Woods. Say hello.
Hello. I'm
It's so
excited to
exciting.
be here.
You feel the excitement in the
Oh
air?
my God, the excitement's crazy. Coming up from the BART train and walking through the crowd, it's like you can't even hear yourself think, but you feel the energy. It's
I
exciting.
know. And we're here on Coffee TV. Your first time to do this with me.
My
I love
first time
having
to
you
do
here.
this. I'm excited to do it with you.
We've got all kinds of contingents coming by. We'll let you know who they are as they come. We've got some grand marshals and some awardees or honorees of the Pride Committee coming up too. Some of my favorites. So I'm glad I didn't
Yes.
leave the chair yet.
So I see the Disarm Haven the Moms Demand action.
Yes.
I actually was at the U.S. Capitol Thursday when they were doing their supporting in the rally for
Oh,
the
is it a national organization then that this is the local
The
chapter
Disarm,
of?
yes, the Moms Against Act. The Disarm Aid is about the in response to Orlando and
Wonderful.
some sensible gun control. So
Wonderful.
Exciting to be at the Capitol to watch them support the historic Democratic sit-in.
So many decisions are made there, so I'm glad you were there representing us.
Yes.
Now I hear a lot of applause. It must be a popular group. Let's see what we have. Well, of course, the fire department, the San Francisco Fire Department. Do you know Joanne Hayes White?
I have met her once or twice before.
She's a great police
Yes.
chief. There she is. Last year she hopped up on the platform with me to kind of disturb the whole TV thing, but we couldn't stop her.
A lot of people have hopped up on the platform with you over the years, haven't they?
Yes. The fire chief and a nice representation of people that work for the fire department, and they also have an organization within that is their Gay Alliance, and so they've got allies walking with them there, partners and mates, children sometimes too, and of course a fire engine.
The fire engine.
Which we would not be able to be heard over, so we'll just watch it go by here. We've got some elected officials coming up here. You know, we've had so far several supervisors. We've had the city treasurer. We've had the mayor. We've had a state senator. Let's see who we have here. And many times their politics agree. Let's see if they agree with yours, Tiffany.
So we have the San Francisco Ducal Court, who is always in the Pride and always representing. We have the Grand Ducal Council represented by reigning Grand Duke Aja Monet Ashton and Grand Duchess Olivia Hart, with the members of the 43rd Royal Court of the Diamond-Eyed Panther and the Lady of the Giving Red Heart.
And you know about the courts, right?
I know all about the courts. The Ducal Courts say San Francisco-based nonprofit raising over $1 million for local charities during our 43 years of fundraising, and we have Ducal Courts all over California, including in Alameda County, where I happen to be involved in the Imperial Court many years back. Donna, remember those days?
Don't they raise money for what's the basic function? I mean, they raise money for.
They raise money for charities. They raise money for many besides AIDS recipients, breast cancer awareness, just a ton of charities in need.
And last year we celebrated the court system started 50 years ago, and it continues to be vital in so many cities, both with ducal courts and imperial courts. 50 years of continuous fundraising.
And one of the longest running charity organizations and LGBT organizations in the country.
It really is. That's some costumes there. Let's look at these costumes. Did they borrow that from you?
They're waving at you, Donna.
Well, we got an incredible parade here. I know you were kind of coming out of the crowd. You said you took part. Were there people ready for the festival down there, too?
Oh, my God. I came out at San Leandro, and I stood all the way, and it was a hot sardine can. I didn't feel the love is love, but I felt the heat. They were ready.
You may feel the need for McDonald's right now, because we have McDonald's coming.
We
Yes,
have
they have
McDonald's. The Greater Bay Area McDonald's Cooperative is comprised of individuals who own and operate McDonald's restaurants in the 15-county Bay Area region.
I don't know.
McDonald's owners, operators are committed to their communities and supporting children and families through its support of Ronald McDonald House Charities and other local organizations.
You know, we do have a lot of corporate entities that walk in the parade, and sometimes people object, but we got to balance it out. They do have the Ronald McDonald House. They have a lot of charitable things they do within their corporation as well.
And I might have had a dollar sweet tea now and then, and I would kill for one right now, but...
That's McDonald's, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for McDonald's for supporting our San Francisco Pride. Oh, they get to ride on the nice, fancy cable car.
Well, that's like, I think, maybe the third or fourth one we've seen. It's a great way to let people be in the parade that might have mobility issues, and they get to ride along. You know, PFLAG had one, and a number of organizations. So you can be a part of the parade no matter what your circumstances.
And that's a good point to point out, that we want to make sure that the parade is accessible to everybody.
Totally accessible, yes. All right, we got some politicians, some elected officials coming up. Scott Wiener, he's the supervisor in the city over my district, the Castro district, actually the seat that Harvey Milk had for a short time when he was elected. Scott Wiener's done a lot of great work for the community, and he is our representative in the largest ostensibly gay community. So we give a big shout out to Scott Wiener. We might be able to get an interview. I'd suggest that to Oscar if we can. If we can, we will. Scott Wiener, supervisor of District 8 in San Francisco.
He was actually at the Women's Summit on Tuesday, the Bay Area Women's Summit. He was on stage talking about some important issues.
He's got his fingers in lots of pies, and he's on the right side of politics with us. So, Oscar, are you able to get an interview with Scott?
Yes.
Great.
So this man is already tall enough, but he's making my job a little bit harder. Scott Wiener. Welcome, man.
Hi. It's great. We're having a lot of fun today. Great group of people, and you know, it's a time of mourning for Orlando, but also rejuvenation and really coming together as a community to fight and win and end violence against our community.
Definitely. You're a veteran here at the Pride Parade. Why is it this year different?
I think because, you know, in the past few years it's been about marriage equality and just so uplifting. This year we had the worst tragedy imaginable, and so it reminds us that we have so much more work to do as a community, and so that's powerful this year.
Thank you so much. It means a lot. Happy Pride.
Oscar, you're doing a great job out there, isn't he? That's not an easy job. You're surrounded by people and trying to get those interviews. That was Scott Wiener. So you met Scott.
I know, yes, I've met Scott before.
And you're involved in politics. You're on a national committee that you're going to be working on. Is that right?
Yes. I tend to have my hands a lot, and I was actually as a national leader at a meeting in D.C. That's why I was there to actually sit in, because we were gathering to talk about Orlando and what are going to be our responses going forward as an LGBT community, and what our national leaders are going to, you know, how are we going to address the tragedy to prevent a tragedy from further happening again. So Orlando is always foremost in our hearts right now.
I have to give a big shout out to the American Legion Post 448. LGBT organization for veterans in the country. They started as the only one, and now we're going to follow them and see who comes next with more.
United in Spirit, welcoming churches and religious groups. United in Spirit is a volunteer coordinated group representing the diverse churches and spiritual communities of Northern California and the San Francisco Pride Parade. This economical contingent has affirmed and celebrated LGBT people in the parade for more than 20 years. That's a long time. This year's contingent includes American Baptist Churches, Dignity, San Francisco, LGBT and other progressive Catholics, Presbyterians, United Methodists, United Church of Christ, Disciples of Christ, Metropolitan Community Churches. According to Michael Leslie, United in Spirit's volunteer coordinator, I don't think I've ever said Christ that many times in one sentence. We march because we want to share the message that God is love and God's love is for everyone. We represent congregants, churches, and religious leaders who celebrate and welcome our queer brothers and sisters. We look forward to the transformation of all religious communities so that LGBT people are celebrated everywhere. Every year the contingent hosts an inclusive community service in the parade lineup area and are all welcome to partake. We want to thank them for being here, and we want to celebrate all faiths supporting LGBT people.
That's a lot of unity. All those different denominations with all their differences they put aside for the day of the parade and join together and walk and march in the parade.
Yes. Whew, Christ, it's hot.
All ages, all types, families represented there too as well. I know you have a not a typical LGBT family, and we've seen our family coalition walk together, so it's great to see all kinds of families represented here.
Because love is all families. I have 3 children. I have 2 7.5 twins, one with autism, my daughter's 10, and she's wanted to be here today, but I'm like, girl, no.
In this heat, now you're glad she wasn't.
Yes.
Right?
And my wife and I have been together for 27 years, and I want to shout her out because Bridget's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh my
the
gosh,
27th.
I didn't know that. I've
Yeah.
known you about 20 years. I didn't know that. Wow.
Yes.
Okay, we have some additional organizations coming up now. I'll have to watch the monitor here and see what we have, but we've got Menage a Trois, we've got Asexuality San Francisco, and we have the AIDS Healthcare Foundation coming around the corner here.
Those balloons are everywhere, aren't they?
Oh, but they're great. I think it's a
They're
great.
wonderful.
I always look for certain things. I don't know if you heard me say earlier, I want balloons, I want bubbles, but I haven't seen confetti yet. I love confetti.
I saw confetti behind us earlier. I haven't seen the bubbles, though. Where are the bubbles?
Well, it's coming up again, I'm sure. So Menage a Trois, I want to make sure people know what I was talking about there. It is actually a spirit, so it's a family-owned winery, and they've got their float. They've been in parade several times, and it always causes a little eyebrow.
Have you ever had Menage a Trois? And I'm talking about the wine,
I've
not
had
the,
that wine.
Yes, I've had the wine too.
What is this music? Who could it be? AIDS Healthcare Foundation. They're a global nonprofit organization providing cutting-edge medical and advocacy to more than 600,000 people in 36 countries. Big organization.
They're actually
Wow.
painting on the float. They're creating a
They
work of
are.
art right now.
Well, that's how art happens, I guess,
That's
right here on the
amazing.
street. I've never seen that. There's always a first in a parade. This may be the first here. Wow.
Body paint.
How can you do that while the
I
vehicle's
don't
moving?
know, but props out to them.
Do you want to go give them a hug? Or? All right. We have another organization coming by here. These are some of our awardees. You know, we have grand marshals, but we also have awardees in Pride. And these people got awards for several categories. We have Pride honoree Dina Dawn getting the Audrey Joseph Entertainment Award. We have Joni Juster getting the 10 Years of Service Award. And we have Mercedes Monroe getting the Creativity Award. All of those say so much about what Pride is trying to recognize. I don't know if you know any of the three of them, but they're all wonderful people in the San Francisco community, fundraisers, and they do a great job.
But you know, our community has just amazing volunteers and activists throughout the last 30, 40, 50 years. I mean, that's what our community is driven on.
Absolutely.
Volunteerism, activism, getting involved,
And look
making
how
a
gorgeous
difference.
they look. Wow. Oscar, do you have an interview for us?
I do.
Let's see who you have.
I am here with Mercedes Monroe. She's the winner of the Pride Creativity Award this year. A very creative individual. What does it mean for you to be here today?
It has been absolutely everything for me to be here today. I mean, just to see the great turnout, especially in the light of Orlando, to see people come together, show so much love and support. I mean, my heart is just overfilled with joy, and so I couldn't be more proud. Thanks so much for having me.
Love seeing you. Thank you so much for being here. Back to you guys.
You, Mercedes. Great job. Creativity Award. What
Yeah.
does that mean to you? She has directed several pageants in town. She's herself a pageant holder. Is she wearing a crown today? No, she's
No,
going
no
simple.
crown.
Mercedes Monroe, ladies and gentlemen. Followed by one of my favorite contingents. Is it? Can it be? The Imperial Court of San Francisco. 51 years of community service, as I said before. Oscar, you have an interview for us.
So here we are. What are you guys doing here today? What are you guys celebrating?
My 25th Pride anniversary, and I'm a special awardee from San Francisco Pride, getting an entertainment award. Thank you so much. I'm honored. And my message is drag heals. We all need healing, especially this year. It's so important.
I agree. Drag is healing. It's an art. And thank you so much for being here. We love seeing you.
That's my friend Dina Dawn. She got the wonderful Entertainment Award, which is named after Audrey Joseph, who ran the main stage of Pride for so many years and had Pleasure Dome and Universe, some great clubs. Dina Dawn, we love you. Look at the other slogans. Instead of like buns, not guns. I love that
Buns,
slogan.
yeah, exactly.
She thought that all up herself. Great slogans.
It drags healing till you fall off the hills, and you know.
Then you have to be healed. I hear people yelling it might be.
And here's
who I think it
Joni
is.
Duster.
It's Joni, yeah. Do we have an interview with Joni? If we're going to just do all these people in a row here, can you talk to her, Oscar?
Yes, we are here with Joni. 10 years of service. What does it mean for you to be here in Pride this year?
I love looking out on this crowd and seeing the pride and solidarity and love.
We love this community, we serve this community, and I love seeing the community come out together as a whole.
We definitely needed that this year. Thank you.
We love Joni Jester. She's one of our...
Right, everybody, stick together, love to everyone.
Love to everybody.
Joni Jester's one of our straight allies. You know, we need them as much as we need anybody. She's been a straight ally since the AIDS crisis really started.
And that's
her
a great
story's
message, sticking together,
very
strength
charming.
in numbers, we're stronger together, whatever which one you want to pick, but it really is true.
Okay, now we have the Imperial Council of San Francisco. You know, I myself am an Empress of the city. We have with us here the incredible reigning Empress and Emperor of San Francisco. That's Emperor Salvador Tovar and Empress Emma Peel. In our 51st year of fundraising, they're riding the float with a lot of their title holders and court members, and some have the wave down very well.
That's
you know,
wave. It's what it tits, teeth, and tiara.
Yeah, there you go. How are you, Imperial Council of San Francisco? A lot of people they're swapping on the sunscreen as they should. I'm very proud of the Imperial Council of San Francisco, and they're being on this float today. It's a double-decker provided by Gray Line, so what a great partnership.
So let me throw some history out there. When Donna was Empress back, many years ago, 20-something years ago, I was Empress in Alameda County for the Imperial Star Empire of Alameda County.
all
and
connected.
we reigned together.
It's all connected.
So this is kind of like a reunion for us back on stage together
All right,
20 years later.
All right, we're coming up to a break here. I've got to interrupt you. We've got San Francisco State University. Let's start with them and go to a break, but there's much more. Don't leave us. The San Francisco Pride Parade.
Welcome back to the 46th Annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV, presented by Airbnb.
We told you we'd be back with more of the parade, and we are back with more of the parade. Two supervisors, Jane Kim and David Campos, in fabulous cars, and both great representatives of the city on the Board of Supervisors. And now we have a supervisor coming by, and he was on the Board of Supervisors for a while. He went off because of term limits. He's back. Aaron Peskin. Let's hear it, Aaron Peskin. Now, are there representatives from your part of the Bay Area that will be in the parade
I
too?
know City of Oakland is planning to be here.
Right.
We already saw San Leandro where I live,
Right.
and I saw them proudly walking, and then City of Fremont's supposed to. So
Now, what's
let's
the
hope-
advantage of that to come over to the San Francisco parade? Just
I think it's
exposure?
amazing that they come over and support. The East Bay has not always been the hotbed of LGBT equality, but we have been working really hard for many, many years.
That's great. When you hear a cheer like this, you know it's probably a union. It must be Unite Here Local 2. And we said before that Harvey Milk, when he was in his office, he did a lot of partnerships with unions because we have a lot of things in common.
What they say, love has no borders.
It
Absolutely. San Francisco Bay Times Betty's List coming up.
Now that's a big contingent. I think they have three motorized cable cars, and they're grouping a lot of organizations with them.
And I see Rebecca Kaplan on there for
There we go.
Oakland. Our council member out there are out. She calls herself the Dyke at Large council member for the city of Oakland, and there she is.
And you know, the Bay Times is a great paper. There's lots
Yeah.
of newspapers in San Francisco, but it's really a community paper.
Yes.
They do a lot of supportive organizations and nonprofit activities. So we give a shout out to Bay Times and Betty's List, which is an online way of letting people know about events. So let's see who else we see in her contingent there. No, the Rainbow Honor Walk is with them. They got music too. We gotta have music.
And there's,
you recognize there's Rebecca? I think.
yeah. All right, I love getting kisses blown from Rebecca Kaplan from on top of the
Your
float.
Dyke at Large.
The Dyke at Large. She's my Dyke at Large.
I love this music. Why don't we listen a little bit to these two or three wonderful float Bay Times. Betty's List. And we're back with more of the parade. And let me tell you, we just had a great vocal group, a gospel choir group from
Right, the
Oakland.
Interfaith Gospel Group of Oakland.
Being in this parade is one thing. I've been in it, but I love sitting here because you get to see the whole thing. It comes by. They give us a little special thing when they come by. Cheer did a cheer. The bands play. The music turns up, and you're in a hot spot right here.
It is a hot spot, and I'm so honored to be here. I haven't been to a parade since 1992 because it's my wife's birthday. We're always doing something, but I got to say, in wake of Orlando, I think it's more important than ever, critical that we're out. We're proud, not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. And it's about living for our lives. And the best way I think we can honor those that we lost in Orlando is to live out and proudly live the lives that they never got to finish.
Otherwise, hate wins.
Exactly. And it's all about love. Speaking of love, here comes the Planned Parenthood of Northern California. Planning the love of children and kids. One of the biggest supporters of SF Pride. They've been all over Facebook. March with Planned Parenthood. Every time I'm scrolling through, I see there. Join us. And
Looks
there
like
they
it
are.
worked.
Look how large that contention is. Huge and beautiful and colorful.
I think we'll make that our byline next year. Huge, beautiful, and colorful. It's all that.
There's Eureka, Planned Parenthood. Antioch, Planned Parenthood.
Well, as I told you before, I've got favorite things I look forward to. Music is one of them, and we'll be moving our chairs a little bit. We can't sit still. The energy is contagious. We love this parade, and I'm looking for one more thing. I haven't seen confetti yet. Now, somebody better have confetti before this is over with.
Hey, everybody. Donna wants to see confetti if anybody's listening.
We had iHeartRadio, iHeartMedia go by. I love having them in the parade. We have something very near and dear to my heart. I'm a big reader, and we have Bookmobile here. San Francisco Public Libraries provide that. So it's important to know that, people do still read. People say that print media's out. I read.
With school out, a lot of libraries are doing summer reading programs. I know San Leandro is doing a summer reading program. My kids are reading.
Good.
So,
Start them early and they'll read more.
Absolutely.
We'll be back with much more of the parade after a short break, so don't go very far. We've got a couple of contingents here we want to recognize, and then we'll get you a little break and you can get something to drink, and I will too. Thank you for being on this with me, Tiffany. You're doing a great job. Keep it up with a lot of activity.
From Market Street in San Francisco, it's the 46th Annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV.
And we're back with much more of the Pride Parade in San Francisco. What happened here? You were Tiffany, now you're Marga again.
Well, that's the way our community is. We're very fluid. We're also soul fluid. And we're doing Mind Meld, me and Tiffany.
Well,
I'm Marga Gomez, though, now.
We've got some great supporters of our community here. Raphael Mandelman, he's the president of City College Board, and Alex Randolph, who also serves on the board with him. Two great guys.
Public servants.
Public service is right. The City College was in trouble for a while there. They had some problems with their, what's it called, their authorization, and they went through a big struggle, but they won that battle, and they're fully accredited again, so we want to support them. It's a great way for people that don't go to big national schools necessarily, but to get that college education locally.
Oh, that's a great school. I know a lot of the educators.
City College of San Francisco. So while you had a break, did you go down to the festival and look at some of the entertainment? What'd you do?
I went down to the festival. I had a bacon-wrapped hot dog because it's the law. You've got to have a bacon-wrapped hot dog for any
They
gay
don't
celebration.
sell those, do they?
I asked for a tofu one.
Well, I hope you got a foot
didn't have
massage or something during your break. Ready for more of the Pride Parade. We're I would say about halfway through now, ladies and gentlemen, so got lots more for you. And if you have a favorite contingent, you haven't seen it yet, don't think it's over.
They're
coming up.
We've got thousands.
Yes. This year it's 248.
What it means to be here for me is it's beautiful, and yet the struggle's not over. So I've certainly been going to Pride since I was 20. I had a job in a plant store, and the Gay Pride Parade in New York went by my plant store.
God.
And they said, join us. And my friend said, I'll cover your shift. And that was it. since then, I grew up with fear, but I don't have that. And then it came back in Orlando, and we are always vigilant, and we must look out for each other.
That's the key message today, and I think that the Pride celebration's done as much as they can on their end for the protection of the public, but we got to look out for each other. Be kind to each other, be helpful.
Be kind to each other, be patient.
True. So I think that's what's happening so far. I sense a great sense of celebration with all the people on the side, certainly the people in the parade, and can't wait to get down to the festival and see what's going on down there. There are 20 stages,
20 stages.
20 stages.
I'm definitely going to visit the Latin stage this time.
And VIP party in City Hall, that's always fun. I think there's some great entertainment coming down the staircase. That'll be fun.
And all those tourists from all over the world here in San Francisco.
And they've heard about Marga Gomez, but they haven't met her. It's your big chance.
But I'm very proud of this community. And this weekend, the energy it's been loving, it's been friendly, where sometimes, even as gay people, we tend to get in our own cliques. But this weekend has been about people talking to other people, without, hello, what's your name, where are you from? Boom.
It's not time to fracture, it's time to unite.
Yes.
Boy, we got a big contingent here from Coca-Cola. They've been in the parade, but I don't think I've seen a big contingent like this before. Coca-Cola.
Diet Coke, of course. Where is the rum contingent? We need some rum with the Coke.
And now we got...
So we got the University of San Francisco coming up, a wonderful institution founded in 1855. The University of San Francisco is San Francisco's first university and embodies the Latin creed Pro Urbi. And I'm sure many of us know what that means, or for the city. Through its mission of promoting learning in the Jesuit Catholic tradition, the university offers undergraduate, graduate, and professional students the knowledge and skills needed to succeed as persons and professionals.
It's a great school.
It sure
and right
is.
behind them, we have the San Francisco LGBT Community Center. I was on that board for a while. We raised a lot of money, built a building for our community center, and it has office space available. It has meeting rooms available, and it really is the heart of the community in a lot of ways.
I actually have a room, it's like a cloak room, and it's the Marga Gomez room.
How did that happen?
Because
Good for you.
I've been on Cloak and Dagger for many years. They gave me a cloak room.
Next time I check my code, I'll look for that closet. Yes, the community center, they do lots of services for the community. One of the most important ones is if you're a new person moving to San Francisco, you go there and you can avail yourselves of all kinds of different services connecting you to whether you want to find a spiritual home, whether you want to find a physical home, whether you want a job. They have all those services available. It's a great organization.
Yeah, it's definitely the first place you should go if you're needing any kind of services and referral in San Francisco.
Pick up flyers, pick up publications.
Come for the info, stay for the party. It's a beautiful roof deck party there.
Now, we've had several large contingents. We've got another big one coming up. You won't believe who it is. Yeah. Sounds like some great music, too. I think we'll just sit back and listen to
a lot of great costumes.
And look at the costumes.
A lot of great tans.
Local company, Gap.
A lot of great abs.
Of course, San Francisco Pride is colorful. I'm here with Michael, who's marching with the SF LGBT Center. Michael, how's your day been? How are you feeling?
It's fantastic. No one was going to keep us down this year. We wanted to come out in color and dance and have fun, and in the world we can do it. We're here.
We do exist. Thank you very much, Michael, for being here. Back to you guys.
I love the community center.
Yeah, and nobody's going to keep us down. That is for sure. You know what, Donna? I live in a neighborhood, Noe Valley, kind of straight. And last night I just heard people saying to each other, straight people, happy Pride. It's become a holiday for everyone because everyone has LGBT in their family and they're giving us support.
That's great to hear.
They were drunk, but still.
And what better intro to that large contingent from The Gap Incorporated.
The Gap.
Let's listen to their music. well. That was a large contingent from the Gap, followed closely by the Bay Area independent schools. We had several of them represented there. Lots of enthusiasm, even from kids in the parade now.
Cartwheels. A lot of cartwheels.
You remember when
and
the parade didn't have
somersaults.
kids in it? I mean, it just wasn't done. You didn't have kids, but now they do.
I'd do a cartwheel right now if there weren't so many wires.
We don't want to see that. We take the whole set down.
I can kick. Incredible. Incredible. People are having such a great time.
I've been to other parades across the country too, and there's nothing to compare with this. In the size, and the celebration, and the color, and the commentators. I mean, it's a whole different thing.
Here's a great contingent, Draconi. They are a registered 501 nonprofit organization for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer people of South Asian descent.
I think that's a great organization because it shows you are in the parade too. Your face can be in the parade. So let's take a little break. We'll be back with much more of the San Francisco Pride Parade.
Come
Don't
on
go
back.
anywhere.
From Market Street in San Francisco, it's the 46th annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV.
Who has a parade like this? 248 contingents. Can you
We
believe
do
it?
San Francisco.
It's the granddaddy of them all, I tell you. We've got a great group coming up now, the Southwest Asian and North African Bay Area Queers. Now when I first saw this group, I thought, that's a long moniker there. But it's a great organization too that says even small countries have a representation in this parade today.
Beautiful flag. Look at that
It is.
beautiful
It's a
flag.
combination of all these different countries that are represented here. Oh, it's billowing in the wind. It shows you there's a little breeze here. We're getting a little relief as we go.
Do they still have that? They used to have that large flag for the AIDS emergency fund, and then people would throw money in it.
Yes.
Do they
There's
still
several
do
things
that?
that have done that. I don't know if they still do it here, but they've
It'd be
got
really
a lot of different
heavy.
ways. Now we've got another one of our banks coming up here, U.S. Bank, with a contingent in the parade. I don't remember seeing them before, but they may have been it before. There's several banks that have walked with us. U.S. Bank.
Yes, I did an event, a KQED, like LGBT Heroes, and they were the sponsor of
great.
that. And they were those bankers were fun. Get a little bubbly in them. This is lovely. I mean, the allies are really stepping up.
Well, you were talking about the flag. This is actually one of those flags. They're not putting money in it, but it's one of those big rainbow flags. Represents
Yes.
the Bear Chest Calendar. Now, I have to say, this is one of my favorite floats here. This is a calendar has been around for 20 years, and they every year get models that pose. It's a contest. They get the different characters that become part of the calendar. They've raised so much money, $2 million over the years that this calendar's been around.
Well, you know, one of my favorite constitutional amendments is the right to bear chest.
Well, look at this float, then you'll enjoy it. Bear Chest Calendar.
Oh,
A little enthusiasm there, too.
I just want to show my sports bra right now.
Takes a lot of people to put that on. You've got to recruit your models. You've got to have the contest. It's just amazing.
They're
Bear
going to have
Chest
some
Calendar.
best tan lines.
They're followed by Muttville. Senior dog.
Muttville.
Senior dog adoption.
Muttville is a great organization. I've done benefits for them.
Did you see
and
that
it's
carriage that went by with a dog, and it's cute.
every dog deserves a second chance. Don't forget your old dogs.
That's what they're about, because a lot of times in a pound, the older dogs are the last ones to be adopted, and they're
Nobody
saying,
wants them and they'll be dead.
5 years with a great dog is 5 years with a great dog.
And they're so, and the dogs know, and they just love
Absolutely.
me for that second chance. I'm always on the verge of getting a dog, adopting a dog.
Well, I
and
think
that's-
you're smart enough to be responsible about it. Sometimes people want a dog, but they know their lifestyle doesn't lend itself. So do it responsibly, but it's a great thing to do.
A lot of people watching this parade, having a great time, getting along very well.
Children, adults, all of the new families we've been talking about. fathers and fathers, mothers and mothers.
All right, Mudville, little cute little blues.
Hi, we're here
station
with
wagon.
2 little friends. We're here with Steve. And who are you marching with today?
So in Muttville, Senior Dog Rescue, and we look after all the senior dogs in the city that really need a home. So if you're looking for a senior dog, come and see us down in San Francisco.
How are you enjoying SF Pride? She loves it. She's dressed up for the nines. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Have a great day, guys.
Oscar, you're good, but you can't interview a dog, okay? Thank
That's
you,
the
Oscar,
good.
for getting those interviews.
Old dogs are so fashionable too. I mean, they really know how to wear
That one
a
was.
chapeau.
How about the AIDS Emergency Fund,
Oh, there
Breast
they
Cancer
go.
Emergency Fund, and the cast of Beach
Blanket
Blanket
Babylon.
Babylon. They have partnered together for many, many years. Beach Blanket Babylon is the longest running theatrical show.
You've
It's
got
amazing.
you've got to see that show. And now, of course, we have Chipotle burrito cuisine. Chipotle. I've eaten Chipotle. They're delicious.
And look, there's one.
It's a-
Would you eat that?
It's a giant burrito. I don't know. Is it vegan? That's.
You're speechless.
I don't know what to say. It kind of seems obscene a little bit. But I don't know. It's good. It's a super. It's definitely a super.
Definitely supersized.
Chipotle super burrito. There they go. And there's very nice people work there too. So give it up for the workers of Chipotle.
Okay, we've got some organizations, religious, spiritual organizations coming up. The Union for Reform Judaism. Got a nice contingent there. This is their 3rd year to walk in the parade.
They got good spirit in the spirituality.
Union for Reform Judaism.
A lot of waving.
They're followed very quickly by the Camp Newman, which is a camp for children during the summer to learn some life skills and get away from the family for a little while. Did you go to summer camp?
I did. No, I went to day camp, and that's
At
why
day
I'm
camp.
so great at table tennis and knock hockey. in
Table
Brooklyn.
manners.
But no, I never went to summer camp. I'm unsocialized.
There you go.
I'm feral.
Well, Camp Newman's raised over $112,000 for the San Francisco AIDS Foundation, so that's a nice tie-in with our community as well.
Well, that's great. They've got the cable car going, and love the group. People are excited. They're jumping up and down.
Look at those faces.
Oh, this is great.
That's
They got a special dance. They got a routine. We love the
stay
routine.
true to your traditions, right?
Yes. I think it's, I think they had a singer. Yes.
Maybe. That was from the camp, Camp Newman.
The camp kids. I mean, I've gone to like women's music festivals. Those are like camps.
They are.
Uh,
We recognize the San Francisco LGBT Community Center. There's also a Jewish Community Center of San Francisco, and they're coming up with some great music.
It is fantastic.
And the Youth Pride Coalition is following them very closely. Youth Pride Coalition is a nonprofit for the next generation of scholars. They build educational programs, and they are also recognizing today the tragic shooting in Orlando. But they believe positive change can come about within and for the LGBT community.
Well, we think about our young people and how it was for us. I mean, I knew that I was gay when I was like 12, 13, but I didn't know the word for it, because we didn't have what we have now.
And your statement earlier really impacted me that you said you used to be afraid. Then you got more courageous and you were afraid. Now you're afraid again. It's back and forth.
I'm afraid
it's not
for,
over
I'm
yet.
afraid for others,
Right.
yeah. But, with all the progress, there comes a backlash.
Sure.
And so we just have to know that's kind of part of the
Steps
the wave.
forward and steps backwards,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
But it's true because we had a new generation that didn't have the fear that we had growing up, and now they have it.
Oh, I mean, people that they came out to their parents at 13, and their parents were supportive. I mean, that's hard for me to imagine, but it's a whole different world we're living in. Look at those flags. Do you know about the flag? Gilbert Baker is the one who created the signature
I
gay
know
flag.
Gilbert Baker,
A
yes.
great guy.
He's the gay Betsy Ross.
Yes. So when you see those, know that one man came up with that idea. It was originally 8 colors. They went to the 6 colors for production, and he's one of our heroes, really. Looks like we've got Oracle coming. Now, I know this could be a great big contingent because it always has been.
Yes.
Usually they're enthusiastic. Let's see if they are this year.
Everybody's enthusiastic here. I mean, they've been waiting like to March since 7 in the morning. I think they gather at these contingents.
They line them up on side streets on Market, and they hold them there. And of course, if you leave, you might lose your spot. So you got to sit there and have lunch and have a party.
Yes.
Then you're fed into the parade, and then at the end, you're fed out of the parade the same kind of way. This is a big contingent from Oracle.
But the parade's been moving very smoothly. Kudos
Very
to the
few
parade
gaps.
organizers,
Yes.
Marcia, all those folks. I mean, this has been
Marsha Levine has
very
been
sweet.
the coordinator of the parade for 30 years, I believe. So she knows what she's doing, and listen to her, and there won't be gaps.
I got to see the here comes the Freedom
When there's
Band.
music like this, we have to stop everything. The
Ah.
San Francisco Freedom Band. Let's listen. Founded in 1978. This is the first openly gay band in the world. They marched in our parade. It was founded by John Sims, who said, "We don't have a band. We need a band."
And they
people
had
together.
the John Sims Center,
Oh,
and
it's
that's
incredible.
where they would rehearse.
Yes, and John Sims, after that, formed the first gay chorus, the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus. We'll see them maybe a little later.
Their
I mean, it's
choreography
just
was
great.
beautiful, how they just tipped over from
And the
side
music,
to
they
side.
know what they're doing.
And then, it's really fun seeing them on the Muni after
Yeah.
that with their instruments.
They've played for our community for so many different things, and we really love them.
Oh, now we've got J.P. Morgan Chase.
Yes, we do. Another organization, another company that is represented. They've got lots of gay employees.
Lots
and
of gay employees. Very cute tellers.
gay allies. Got a spokesperson, sounds like.
Yes, yes.
And here we go with one final float before we go to a break. Watch out for Walmart Global Commerce. We'll be back with much more.
We'll be back.
From Market Street in San Francisco, it's the 46th annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV.
Donna Sachet here. We're back with the Pride Parade. We have Dignity Health.
And I'm Margaret Gomez with Donna Sachet at Dignity Health.
It's a colorful parade. I tell you, I love the contingents that are large with the same color uniform or T-shirt. It really makes for an impact.
I love the bisexual ladies, I tell you, and the men. The Bay Area Bisexual Network has been active in the fight for lesbian, gay, transgender, and queer equality since its inception.
It's a great organization, and next we have Yahoo! This is going to be a big contingent, I can tell. You feel the rumble?
Oh, yes.
Yahoo's been around for a while.
Yeah, they were the original guide to the internet, connecting users with their passions and helping them to discover the mystery and promise of the World Wide Web. Did Al Gore invent that? Anyways, rooted in the beginning, Yahoo continues to be a guide to digital information, informing, connecting, and entertaining our users with search.
I've heard that the name was just like a drunken party. They were sitting around, they said, what are we going to name this thing? They said, Yahoo! I don't know, a bunch of Yahoo. But that's stuff.
Bunch of Yahoos.
And Macy's. Who doesn't love Macy's? They do some significant fundraising and have done significant fundraising during the AIDS crisis. And they're right in Union Square and many balls. Let's hear from Macy's.
Oh, yes. All right, I'm happy now.
You're
I'm happy.
We'll be dancing while you listen to the music.
Over here. Over here, ladies. And Bloomies.
That was the Macy's and Bloomingdale's float. That was great Brazilian music. And now we turn to the...
That was fabulous.
I'm sorry, cars are a little out of order here. We're turning to the Berkeley Health Project.
We are still on carnival-type dancers.
Have you been to Rio?
To Rio when I was a little kid. I would like to go back, but...
I loved it. I would go back in a minute.
Yes. Well, now's the time. The Olympics.
Music's infectious.
So we've got contingent after contingent, and it's really just blurs into one fabulous shiny rainbow. Smiling faces. The Berkeley Free Clinic. Very good people doing very important work because healthcare isn't right. And
great costumes.
Yes, you know, a lot of people have that feather.
Well, I forgot to say feathers is one of my favorite
rash.
things too.
They've
We've got the
feather
feathers.
rash, and then you can go to the Berkeley Free Clinic and have your feathers removed.
Wow.
A lot of times, yeah, they get stuck with these feathers.
Can't molt.
Gotta fly.
Wow.
That's great. I love Berkeley. I'm not one to turn my nose up. They've got great little pizza and lovely lesbians. That's a lot of where lesbians move to. Yes.
And the University of California, San Francisco is coming down the Market Street parade here.
UCSF.
Yes.
Woo.
You may be familiar with the Benioff Children's Hospital is part of that and just recently opened, adding a whole new dimension to their care.
So those
They've
are
got cheers. Yeah.
That's the future. That's the future right there, and I feel pretty good about it.
Well, look at the number of people that are involved in that organization. It's pretty amazing. We've got 23,000 faculty members, and 17,000 additional jobs in the local community. That's creating a lot of jobs.
It's what I've been privileged to work at many events at UCSF, and it's they always treat you with respect, and very proud to have this school in the Bay Area.
This parade just does not stop. And now Safeway is a store that doesn't just provide food. They're another corporate entity that does give back to the community. I love Safeway. They got a big contingent here, a float, music.
I love Safeway at 2 a.m.
You're the one on Market right there?
Yeah.
You meet people there sometimes.
Well, remember Armistead Moped always said that's where you meet them.
Yes. Safeway, ladies and gentlemen. Good sound system. Let's give them our attention. Here's our Treasure Island Corpse.
The Treasure Island Corpse.
Tell us, what's your name and what are you doing here today?
I'm Donald. This is David. We met in 1966. This is a 1966 Cadillac convertible. We're in our gold, and we're very, very happy. Love, love, love. No more hate.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. You guys look fabulous.
Oscar, you're out there in the field getting the important interviews. Thank you for your work out there.
I was going to wear that blazer. They look adorable. Gosh, it's great to see these couples.
Now you think you would enjoy the in the field reporting as much as you've enjoyed this?
I would be into doing in the field, but they're doing a great job in the field. Oscar and BB earlier today.
Now we've got the Human Rights Campaign that just went by, and then we got PETA coming up. We want to talk about PETA a little bit.
Well, I don't think PETA will have a problem with me. I'm all pleather. PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, is the largest animal rights organization in the world.
So now we're going to take one more break. We'll be back again because the parade's maybe about 2/3 over. We'll be back with more of the Pride Parade in San Francisco.
Welcome back to the 46th Annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV, presented by Airbnb.
Margaret Gomez! Fancy seeing you here. How are you?
I, Margaret Gomez, am good. I am so excited to be actually here for the broadcast, which is so wonderful for everyone who can't make it to the route to see it at home. Want to say hi to everybody at home. And to be working with you, Tiffany Woods.
It's exciting. And, you know, I almost didn't make it because I thought, well, she's had 10 solo shows. Let's have her do her 11th one on Coffee TV. But then I thought, well, maybe not the right time.
This is my show, Lovebirds. But I have many solo shows. You know, we have an amazing... who's up right now? That is
Levi's.
Is it Levi's? Oh, well, I love their products. Anne Cronenberg is marching with Levi's. Anne Cronenberg we know her from Harvey Milk.
Harvey Milk. Legendary.
That's right. Levi's brand is proud to announce its first global Pride collection for 2016 in partnership with the Harvey Milk Foundation, a long-standing ally to the LGBTQ community. I remember those Levi 501s that we used to wear back in the day, and still wear them if we can.
Well, no,
afford
mine
them.
don't fit, but you know.
Oh, a portion of the proceeds will benefit the Harvey Milk Foundation. As a nonprofit organization, the Harvey Milk Foundation works tirelessly across the globe. Let's take a listen.
Make some noise, everybody, make some noise. We got a brand new day. We got a brand new song. We got a brand new day. We got a brand new style. You gotta watch it. It's a celebration. Everybody dance. It's a celebration.
Hi guys, I'm here on the streets with these beautiful people. Tell me, what's your name and who are you marching with today?
My name is Arturo Magallán, Artistic Director of Ensamble Folclórico Colibrí, the first LGBT Mexican folkloric ensemble.
Oh, Colibrí, how wonderful. And you know, today's theme is racial and economic justice for all. How does that play into what you guys do?
It's important to represent our culture, to be inclusive of all the cultures and heritage, and we're super celebrating Pride.
We love seeing you guys here. Back to you guys.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Oscar.
Happy Pride.
Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you. LGBT Folclórico troops are my favorite. So I want to tell you about the Colectivo Acción Latina de Ambiente. It's a grassroots organization that provides a space for freedom of expression, personal growth, and community development for LGBTQIA Latinos in San Jose. Hello, everyone in San Jose, Silicon Valley.
Hi, San Jose.
Hi, San Jose. Colectivo ALA has integrated art as a way to empower its, I thought it said fempower for a second, that's kind of hot. Empower its members. This unique program includes Teatro a la Brijas, a theater ensemble that brings the stories of LGBTQ Latinos in Spanish onto the stage. As a Latina who grew up in a culture that has progressed, I can tell you this is something that we need to stay aware of. They produce 3 plays throughout the year, in addition to providing ongoing training for their members. The Colibre Ensemble Folclórico we just saw, and they challenge heteronormative narrative that dominates this artistic expression. Lastly, Colectivo ALA continues to provide a social and support group for LGBTQ Latinos, represented by all the flags from all the Latino countries, and they hold meetings at the Billy DeFrank Center in San Jose.
All
Love
right.
it.
And
Now-
we're going to jump right now to the city of Oakland, who stands united with Orlando. Oakland! OFD Fire Department. That is the sounds you're hearing, along with tons of Oakland community members. And I see Lena Joyner of Fillmore, African-American lesbian-owned safe-sex shop. Their bullets do not hurt, trust me.
Oh,
They don't.
Depends. But Fillmore does a comedy night also.
Yes, they have a comedy night there. I saw former Mayor Jean Quan on the float. We love the city of Oakland. They have the we are Oakland Pride coming up on September 11th, the 5th largest Pride in California now. So come
amazing.
out and join us on Oakland Pride. And I see we have now, we're going to move into
AbFab. Oh, I feel so underdressed. Here comes AbFab. Here comes wait, what are their names? I'm gay. I can't. Edwina and Patsy.
Edwina and Patsy.
Yeah,
I
there
don't
they
think
go.
I
Oh
ever
my God, they're
watched
so
the
cute.
first one.
This is, I think, the local production, or is it the movie? No, this is the movie that's coming up. I think it's a promotion for the movie.
Right, they're doing the movie again, and is that? I know that queen over there stumbling down the street, like cigarette hat, but was that
Like
with
it's
her once.
every queen stumbling down the streets. But there was also, from time to time, a local production of Ab Fab.
Was there really?
Yeah, they've done it at the Oasis, which holds so many great parties, but also theater events. There are a lot of Edwinas and Patsies now, I see.
I see there's a lot.
There's a lot.
Wow. We're spawning modern. Okay.
I love when they fall out of the car.
Yeah.
They should have like a cable car, and they should fall out of it too.
So just if you're at home wandering and watching, so this parade is moving fast. We have commercial breaks. We're trying to get to every single parade, and we may not be able to read all the cards, but we're trying to get a little capture of all
Look
the
at their
flavor of
Make
everybody
America
here.
Fabulous again.
Make America fabulous again.
Now we've got.
Well, speaking of fabulous, GoDaddy's making us fabulous.
I've got a few GoDaddy accounts.
You have a GoDaddy?
Yes.
Well, what does your GoDaddy
Well,
say?
let me tell you then. It's committed, GoDaddy, to a diverse and inclusive workspace and workplace. One of the reasons GoDaddy was named in this year's Fortune's Best Places to Work was because of these folks right here. So much fun. We are having so much fun because of Rainbow Unicorn activity. We are the capital of Pride. And New York and other cities, but we love Pride here and we do it good.
Where else can you say unicorn with such enthusiasm on television?
Institute on Aging.
Oh, great. So did they know that my birthday's coming up on September 11th? Oakland Pride is my birthday.
What about your partner's birthday, Tiffany?
My partner, Bridget, my wife of 20, we've been together 27 years. Shout out, her birthday is tomorrow.
Institute on Aging.
Yes.
We dedicate this moment to Tiffany's partner. We're going to listen to this wonderful contingent coming up right now. Nordstrom. Just did an outfit.
Nordstrom.
I go there. They have a great shoe department, and they have a lot of lovely LGBT workers and allies.
I love their logo this year. It says, Pride looks good on you. Okay, so have you ever been to Nord?
I go to Nordstrom's all the time. Guess what? That's where I get my bras because the lady comes with the tape. They do a very good job there with the bras. Everybody.
So you're at that point where they have to tape them up?
Uh,
Are they droopy? I mean, I
I've
don't want
got
to say
some
the
free
word
tickets.
droop.
No, because you have to make sure you got the right cup, and the ladies
that's
come
right.
and they tell me that, I'm chesty. I'm Chesty Gomez.
Chesty Bestie. All right, Nordstrom's. Who do we got coming up behind it? What do we got? Let's see. It says Our Savior, Lutheran Church.
Oh,
we have some more
Savior
faith
for Gay Rights. They've been marching in the parade every year since 1978. I don't know if we can see them right now. I think that's Straights for Gay Rights.
Straights for Gay Rights?
I'm telling you, that's a growing group.
Straights for Gay Rights. Don't we call them allies?
Yes, but, they're splintering. They're going rogue.
Straights for Gay Rights. Well,
yes, they've been marching in the parade since 1978. We are very proud of this long and very meaningful connection to the LGBT community. We are committed to ongoing support of and advocacy for social and political equality and justice. And I'm quoting Straights for Gay Rights before they were called allies.
Allies, yeah. And I'm looking at some of the signs right now, and I'm seeing Newark, and I'm seeing Richmond, and they're all over the Bay Area because, allies are everywhere, and we need our allies to stand up and support us every day. Solar City is coming up on us.
Oh, yes. They're helping the climate with their panels.
Let's listen to them for a second.
Yes.
They got some really great music. energy is absolutely amazing, and I don't know if you can feel it coming through the television sets, but we can definitely feel it all the way up on the stage here. Do you?
It's been like this. I mean, today it's just been building and building. I mean, really, June 1st in San Francisco, we get going on the Pride. But the last few days, the Trans March, the Dyke March, and up to today, it's the same loving spirit. It's the same acceptance, and it's almost like whoever you are, if you are here, you're part of our community.
Yes,
So-
absolutely.
And the families are here, and the elders are here. So
It's everybody from
Yeah.
every walks of life coming out here to San Francisco and supporting and enjoying an amazing day.
and wearing their rainbow finery.
And I'm actually looking at City of Fremont now, and can I take this one? Because
Tiffany?
I actually work in Fremont. I work at a community clinic where I run a transgender program in the county, and the City of Fremont has been doing some really amazing work on trying to build up LGBT services. They're proud to participate for the 5th consecutive year in the Pride Parade. The City of Fremont epitomizes this year's theme of racial and economic justice, boasting a very ethnically and religiously diverse population, including the Bay Area's largest population of political refugees from the Middle East and South Asia. It's very important that our refugees are safe when they come here. Fremont's a designated compassionate charter city. Did you know that? And
I am gonna
leads
go there
the
more
Bay Area in affordable housing planning. Fremont's also proud of our score of 93 on the Municipal Equality Index. Happy Pride Fremont. I know a lot of people on the float. I want to thank them for being here. We're also doing some great tobacco cessations and secondhand smoke legislation out there. So I want to shout out to the great tobacco control work being out there, our transgender services out in Fremont. Who knew? Fremont, right? And if you don't know where Fremont is, it's on the end of the BART line on the Fremont train.
I always wind up going to Fremont when I miss my stop. But now I'm going to go deliberately. And now we've got UC Hastings coming up. And they are the oldest law school in California, vibrant and active LGBT community, and a student organization called Outlaw.
All right.
I was just looking at my friend Bill Santiago's Weebly site today. I love the fact that you can make your own website, and they're supporters of our Pride Parade.
We're going to take a little break. You ready
A little wee break.
Wee break.
From Market Street in San Francisco, it's the 46th annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV.
I'm Donna Sachet, and we're back with much more. Did you have fun with Marga?
I had a ball with Marga. I mean, we just kind of I thought for a minute we were at a stand-up comedy club where we had to hold on, Marga.
That's true. This has been one of the best parades we've had in a long time. It's just so colorful and so full of variety. I mean, it really is our community and all of its stripes just shown right here on Market Street.
Absolutely, and that's what we were talking about, all the different young, old, elders, community, everybody's out here today.
Our full community. This is great. Dancing.
There has been a lot of dancing out here today.
And there will be more later at City Hall and
yes.
in the Civic Center.
To sustain that energy all the way down from the beginning of the Pride Parade all the way here is just amazing and a testament to how enthusiastic people are today and how out and proud they are.
Well, I know I've talked to groups before that, you know, if we're getting up to the, I guess 2/3 of the way through, and they've been waiting for a long while, and you don't want to give your spot up, so you got to hang in there.
No, and I remember waiting out in the hot sun. My first Pride Parade that I marched was 1990. I'd been out for 1 year. I've been out for 27 years, and I remember waiting in the hot sun.
You were proud.
We were proud back then, and it was much smaller than this, I can tell you.
We've got Blue Shield coming up now, one of our corporate partners and friends. They do a lot for the gay community. Blue Shield. Great music.
I see they have signs of Audre Lorde and the Harvey Milk, and I think it's important that we remember our elders and all of those that got here before us because they paved the way for everybody here to be here, and you and I here on this stage.
You know, sometimes people forget our history. It is very important.
No, never forget your history, ever. And you should know your history, too.
They're so excited we won't be able to hurt over them. Let them have a moment. point where you just have to back out of a parade and let it happen. Well, here's one, Sun Power. This is a great float, colorful, full of exciting characters, and they've got the enthusiasm still going on from the beginning of the parade. Sun Power, that's a different kind of rainbow up there. Now, I was away for a little while there. I didn't miss any confetti, did I?
No, you didn't. But coming up behind Sun Power is Twitter, and I'm about to tweet them out right now.
There you go. You know how to do that?
I know how to tweet it, and I just took a picture, and I'm going to send it out. So let me see if I can.
You know these balloons that are on the guy's backs, there's a big, like an explosion kind of thing. They originated, I think, about 8 years ago, and it was a wonderful, wonderful way to show color and support in the parade. And once in a while they repeat it, they really still look great. Twitter. I attended a function on Thursday night. Twitter did a benefit for the Trevor Project. It was exciting. So these are companies that are paying back to us. Here we have LinkedIn, another one of our tech companies participating in the parade today. Looks like they've got a sizable contingent. LinkedIn. Are you LinkedIn?
I'm too busy tweeting.
That's the one with the little bird, right? Blue and
Yes, the little bird. Are you on LinkedIn? You're not linked up if you're not on LinkedIn, Donna. Gotta give out your profile.
After this, I will be.
All right, I just tweeted a picture out of Twitter, so I better get a bunch of likes. Okay?
You will. No, it was a great party for the Trevor Project at the Twitter headquarters. It was really great.
Nice, I'm so glad to do that. And Trevor Project, I know they came by earlier and said a lot of things, but you can never say enough for the Trevor Project and all the lives that they save and that they support.
All of us have been touched by that.
Everybody needs support. I see we have Berkeley coming up.
Okay, yes we do.
Somewhere? Ah.
Hi guys, I'm here with Chris Worthington of the City of Berkeley. What does it mean for our East Bay fronts to be at San Francisco today?
Well, Berkeley was the first city in the United States to endorse marriage equality, and we have 3 out of our 9 city council members are gay and lesbian. So I think Berkeley is leading the way in a lot of LGBT issues, and we're delighted to be a part of the whole Bay Area and the San Francisco Pride Parade.
Thank you so much. It's great to see you here. Back to you, Donna.
And we're delighted to have you here. Thank you, Oscar, for that interview.
Also, we had Councilmember Darrell Moore and Lori Drost on that Berkeley car. Councilmember Moore is a personal friend of mine, and so we love Berkeley.
Give her another wave out there.
All right, Berkeley, representing.
I know the cities in the Bay Area do have sometimes festivals or maybe celebrations, but not really parades. So I guess this is the opportunity to get that exposure and put their groups together and have some fun in San Francisco.
Yeah, exactly. I love seeing the little ones in the parade. You know, I remember when there was barely any families walking.
Well, and it's something to consider, you know, you have to have a kid that is either unaware of it and you just take him because you don't have a babysitter,
Right.
or a kid that's becoming aware and it might be
Yeah.
their first experience.
I know my daughter loves to go to Oakland Pride. She's more prided out than I am. I'm like, girl, tone it down. You know, the tie-dye shirt, rainbow beads, everything. Like, and she's
What more?
only 10.
Good start. So many people say that, you know, as the next generation comes up, things that were such an issue
Yeah.
before are not even an issue. Not even a conversation.
It's not even an issue. Don't even talk about it. I mean, the young people I came over on bar today were like 16, 17, 18 with already Pride eyeshadow on, and I was like, wow.
What is this? Tesla Motors. Look at this car. Wow.
So they're going to leave that car for us to go to drive to Civic Hall, Civic Center in, because it's
I
a
hope
little
so.
walk.
I would like to experience that. That would be fun.
Tesla's out in Fremont. We have a lot of Fremont workers out there that work at Tesla, and they a great economy engine in the area.
Where they're on the cutting edge. Tesla. And next, this is something I think everybody will be familiar with. Netflix is in the house, coming down Market Street. Netflix. Anybody have a Netflix account?
Yes, Netflix. I have a Netflix, and my kids watch it all the time. Apparently, you can't say Netflix without binge watching in the same. It's like they're two. It's kind of like together, right?
I love the original series they did. It was Grace and Jackie. Did you see it?
Great.
Or
Grace and Johnny Grace.
I don't know. It had Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin.
So
and
original
course,
programming.
And then of course everybody, it's Orange is the New Black. Is I'm still waiting to see it.
I haven't
I
quite
get my
captured-
daughter off Netflix so I
quite
can watch
gotten
it.
that one.
Oh, we're getting kisses blown at us and everything.
It's a big contingent for Netflix.
Be an original. It's a great slogan.
I guess they're doing a lot of original programming that kind of ties into it too.
Remember we used to have to mail it in the mailbox?
Yes. And I was always late and had to pay an overdue charge.
I had to build the Imperial Court. It was research on our next function. Feel the wind is kicking up. It feels good up here.
Yes, it does feel good. We need a little break here.
A little break. I want to shout out really quick to the coffee production crew. I know that you probably already mentioned it earlier since you were on earlier tonight, but the coffee production crew has been amazing today. They've been on point, out on the street. Chris has been out there with the camera.
We don't even see them all. They've got a truck here with people in it.
They're
They've got people running back
everywhere.
and forth.
They've just really made this happen. So shout out to Coffee TV 20.
I love working with them. Local like you.
Yes.
Okay, we listen a little bit here to Family Builders by Adoption.
Back. Let me talk a little bit about Family Builders by Adoption. You're watching them go by. They are here to help find permanent, loving families for children and youth in the foster care system, and that is their only goal, and that is an amazing goal. It's a critical
Again,
goal.
those changing families. Now we have
Yeah.
Stryker here. Stryker is a corporation that is a proud participant in this year's parade. 20,000 employees. Stryker values diversity, equality, and inclusion.
Strikers.
I thought it was something different.
Well, it can mean other things in different contexts, in different situations. Okay, this has got to be some of the loudest happening music today.
Soul Cycle. It'll make you move. I'm jiggling my seat right here.
I'm ready.
Soul Cycle is a 45-minute full-body workout, and it's headquartered right at the corner of 17th and Market and
They're
Castro.
working out right there on.
If that's they do have.
They're
they actually have the
pedaling.
cycles
Those
right
are
there.
literally live cycles right
Maybe
now.
that's what's making the float go.
I guess so. Maybe they partnered with Solar Power earlier.
45-minute workout. I might be able to do that. Soul Cycle, right located right in the Castro. And then Gentle Giant Moving Company. I don't think they've been in the parade before.
I don't think. I've never seen.
Award-winning moving company with highly trained professionals. That's the kind of company you want to have move your piano and your antiques. Gentle Moving.
Coming up now, we have the San Francisco Zoo.
Yay.
We all love the zoo.
Who did they bring with them? They brought some animals? What did they bring?
My kids just went to the Oakland Zoo recently last week. It's a mission of the San Francisco to connect people with wildlife, inspiring care for nature, and advance conservation action. As a cornerstone of the San Francisco community for more than 80 years, we at the zoo believe that inclusion and celebration of diversity is at the core of what makes our city so great. San Francisco, I don't see any live animals.
I'm glad they didn't bring Bob. That would be mean, you know.
Yeah, all
Sometimes
right.
the dogs get exhausted too. And now we're turning to the Independent Order of Odd Fellows. I've always wondered what it is. It's a community and social group, and they do fundraising since 1849. Can you imagine that? I think we're going to have to listen because they won't hear us over this. The Independent Order of Odd Fellows. Or, yeah.
Hi guys, here at the Pride Parade on Market Street. What's your name and who are you marching with today?
Tony with the International Order of the Odd Fellows.
Tell me a little bit more about your organization and why are you guys here at Pride today?
Date back to 1848. They were first found in Manchester and spread out over the world as a fraternal organization of men who did odd jobs. They would gather together and send them out to do work. So they started.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Well, I learned a lot about that. It's
Yeah,
not so much
absolutely.
odd fellows as odd jobs doing.
Right. Thank you, Oscar.
Optimizely, out at Optimizely. Boy, that float's gonna. Let's listen to this next float here. That was a big contingent from Optimizely, and now we're going to go for one more break. Much more of the parade coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the 46th Annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV, presented by Airbnb.
Thank you so much for joining us for this coverage of the San Francisco LGBTQ Parade. We're having a great time. We just saw one of our unions go by, and as we said before, unions are part of the San Francisco and part of our culture too. The
Unions
LGBT
would make us
community.
stronger.
Yes.
I'm a proud union member.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Screen Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA.
Learning a lot about you.
Since 1990. It just never stops.
How
It's
did they
just
keep the enthusiasm?
I don't know. Fenwick West LLP.
Yes.
We have Fenwick West. Headquartered in Silicon Valley, Fenwick West is one of the leading technology law firms. For over 40 years, the firm's been committed to promoting diversity and an open and inclusive work environment.
But they're cheating. They have little umbrellas to keep the sun off of them. We need one of those.
I would like an umbrella, so if you're listening,
We'll take your umbrella.
yeah, we'll take your umbrella, bring it over to us. We're glad that you guys are here. They're 100% score on the human rights rating.
Oh, that's
Right
important.
there.
Now, you know, one of the worst things that's happening right now is the Alzheimer's condition that is so prevalent with and misunderstood. Well, there's
Yeah.
an organization, San Francisco Walk to End Alzheimer's, and that's passing by now. It sounds like it's similar to the AIDS
Yeah.
Walk and so many others.
Yeah. They're quite enthusiastic, too.
Wow.
Oh, or maybe that's
I think they've all had personal contact because I
Yeah.
think all of us have. Just as we were talking before about the Trevor Project
Yeah.
and suicide being a part of people's lives, we all know somebody who is suffering from Alzheimer's or has.
Yeah. I just saw Yelp come by.
Oh, I
They're
think there's
right
a big
there.
one coming here.
That's them right there.
Oh my
They are
God.
probably the most colorful outfit.
Now, do you prefer it when they have all the colors of the rainbow, or you would like one color for the contingent? What's your preference?
You know, it just depends on which one. I like the all blue we saw earlier, but that is a colorful. Who needs a flag when you've got all the colors on your shirts?
Now, how about the Wikimedia Foundation? Wikimedia, their mission is to empower and engage people around the world collect and develop educational content under free license and put it in the public domain. So the Wikimedia Foundation. So yeah, I've used Wikipedia before, haven't you?
Yes,
I'm going to look you up when I get finished.
Look me up.
And now
we have Chamia Ladare Incorporated.
We'll apologize if we don't have some of the information for the later contingents here, but we're just being fed information as fast as we can get it. But you're having your moment in the parade, the San Francisco
So remember
parade.
when you guys are coming up, you see the camera, smile so we can all see you in all of your pride glory.
Now your first parade was way back, I'm sure, as mine was, but this one is really a good one. And look what we have now. Adobe is in the parade. Last time it was a big contingent. I don't know what to expect this time. They were limited this time to 1,500, which I think is reasonable.
Okay, yeah.
Because last time we had some that were 8,000 and 4,000 in 2 city blocks. It still gives a representation of the company, but it makes the parade a little bit more manageable.
Well, I think it's important that everybody wants to be here, but we
Not
do
everybody
have,
can be.
Exactly.
Thank you, Adobe.
Making PDFs open faster.
So you know what they do. Is that their music? Well,
No, it's coming up behind them.
That must be Alliant International University. Let's listen to their music. International University going by. That music was from Adobe and it was pretty good. Yeah. And they were yelling, "Hello, Donna."
They were hello, Donna. They don't know who the person is next to you.
They will next year for sure. It's been a pleasure working with you on this. I know it's kind of throwing a lot at you, but that's part of what the parade is too. The first year I covered it, there were organizations that I'd never heard of.
Yeah.
Now I've become familiar with them. It's a learning process. Now we have Gilead LGBT Alliance. Another health-related organization that has a LGBT affinity group within.
Absolutely, and Gilead makes so many life-saving drugs, and they're one of they're the biopharmaceutical company that welcomes out and proudly scientific employees to work at a company that honors individual dignity and freedom. I know a lot of friends and coworkers over there.
I see lab coats.
Lab coats. Well, Gilead makes Truvada, and it's all about prepping up.
Oh, it is. That's
prep,
right.
Prep. They make Truvada.
And now we have Grand Rounds. Grand Rounds' vision is a path to optimal health and healthcare accessibility to everyone, everywhere. I'm not familiar with them. Grand Rounds.
That's a new one for me. I think every year we get more and more, everybody just wants to be a part of it.
Well, represent, and I think their employees probably go to their employer and say, there's this parade.
This is great.
We have 17 people. Let's go.
Yeah, we need to be a part of this.
Yeah. Great exposure. Now, our next contingent, no doubt, people will recognize. There are some people I know that get their clothes there. Some people get their furniture there. What could it be?
Who could it be? You have 10 seconds, 9 before the bid closes out.
It must be eBay.
Yeah, people do that. They wait till the last second and then hit it, and I'm like, I
don't have that time.
I had that. They are huge. Look at this contingent.
Are you thinking about he's wearing something in the parade that they got on eBay?
eBay?
Possible. Another of our local Bay Area tech companies, and it's just exciting to see such a big contingent. And it's not all LGBT people. It's allies, it's partners, it's family and friends. They've always been opposed to the unfair discrimination on marriage, and I think now Oscar has an interview for us.
Hi, I'm here on Market Street with the CEO of eBay, Dave Wegging. What does it mean to be here?
We're really happy to be here. This is such an exciting event. Our company stands for inclusiveness. We've got about 500 employees out here, and I'm really happy to participate.
This is your first year doing the Pride Parade?
It is my first year doing it, and I'm having a lot of fun.
Well, I'm glad. We hope to see you again. This was a great time to see you here. Big employer here in the Bay Area. It means a lot to the LGBT employees for you to be here.
And we're thrilled to do it, and this is such a great event, and we'll do it every year.
Hope to see you. Thank you. Happy Pride.
Okay, Oscar, we're putting a big
Oscar.
check mark by your name. You got the CEO
Got
of
to
eBay.
see it. And how important is that
Thank
to
you.
have the leadership of the organizations marching with their employees?
Well,
It sends a message from the top down that you're valued.
People don't know, may not know that last year during Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg was right there in the crowd.
He was right here. The Turkish-American Gezi platform. It's a public charity inspired by Gezi Park protests in the summer of 2013 against current authoritarian regime in Turkey. So we're glad that they're here. Rejects dogma, authoritarianism, and all acts of discrimination based on race, ethnicity, gender, age, disability, sexual orientation, and religious belief. TAGP is their little acronym.
That's a place that I could use some exposure, and I have these stereotypes in my mind,
Right.
but it's not always true. Tender Greens Restaurant is next, another business that has chosen to be in the parade and show off their wares and help get some customers over to Palo Alto and Berkeley, where they exist.
So while they're working, let me shout out, really, we had BB Street Bar earlier, and we have Oscar and our street crew, our street reporters, and our camera, Chris.
And Marga Gomez was a great partner as well.
Yes, they're doing a great job out there on the street catching interviews.
It's been a partnership and a different kind of mix of people. It's been fun.
I think somebody's tossing their salad at us right now.
That can mean a lot of things.
Okay, just so you're clear, if we catch it, I'm throwing back. So
depends on what it is. Okay, now we're getting to the point now. These people have been waiting a long time. Let's give them credit. We have Trojan. That's worth listening to. Let's listen in. We're located at 7th Market this time. We're almost at the end of the parade. Where does this enthusiasm come from? They've been waiting for an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Here they are, just as much as enthusiasm as we hoped they'd have. Thank you. This is Amazon pouring it on for us. Look at that float. Look at it with the balloon thing.
That's got to be one of the most colorful
That
floats
is
I've
fun.
seen. They've got everything from the balloons and the different
We've
balloons. and
seen
the
it all today.
Flags, and but no confetti and no bubbles.
Oh, it's got to come. No, I have bubbles.
You had bubbles. You got bubbles. Okay.
Amazon, thank you for being a part of the parade. And now we have, I missed the card, I'm sorry.
Cisco Systems.
Yes.
For 30 years, their innovation has changed the way we live, work, play, and learn. Cisco's are proud to walk in solidarity with its Pride employee resource organization, showcases commitment to supporting all of its employees, customers, and partners. Cisco's committed to its people, creating the best place to work, innovative, and change the world. Together, we're building the human network with pride.
Major employer.
Cisco Systems.
Major employer. Listen to that enthusiasm.
I know, it's infectious.
So I can't wait for the festival in the Civic Center. It's going to be crazy.
Looking at some of these shirts, building pride, building systems of pride, building network.
That's a large contingent, and it's going to take us into the great music of Rhythm and Motion. I love them every year. ODC's Rhythm and Motion, and now, what better, Walt Disney and Company is here with us. What a float, what a presentation.
I'm a Disney kid.
As we go to a break, let's say hello to Walt Disney. We'll be back with more.
From Market Street in San Francisco, it's the 46th annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV.
I think I found my favorite float. That was the Walt Disney Company. I mean, Pixar was there, Lucasfilm was there, ESPN.
The balloons are amazing. I saw lots of babies being held by their parents, and I'm just, like I said.
That was gorgeous. ABC News is part of it, AP7 News.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. The work that went into that.
You know, I take my kids to see Disney films like my dad and my mom took me when I was little. The themes are great. So yeah, you can't lose with Disney.
And to think that there's a Walt Disney Museum right here in San Francisco, I think it's just an excellent part.
I don't know if I worked there. I don't know if I'd actually get any work done.
And, ABC News, which we saw a minute ago with the Disney, you can see them on Coffee TV. Did you know that?
On Coffee TV? Yes, I did.
Coffee, local like you are. It has been a pleasure working with the Coffee people. They're quite a team. They make up for my little foibles along the way, because I'm all very, very new to this. I mean, I love doing it, but it's all new to me. We've got experts we're working with. We're going to turn our attention now to another huge Microsoft contingent. Microsoft.
Wow.
You know it's going to be big.
500 startups.
500 startups?
500 startups before Microsoft. That's okay. Microsoft started as a startup, didn't they? At one point?
Towards the end, they're all going to be coming together here. But 500 startups, look at the size of this group.
Huge.
And don't forget, they've been waiting for 2-3 hours.
I think these are some of the largest contingents I think we've ever seen at SF Pride.
I mean, we've been waiting that long, but moving. Now we go into Microsoft. And you know it's going to be huge.
Huge.
You got something from Microsoft, Oscar.
Hi, how's it going, guys? I'm here with Pat from Microsoft. Tell us, what does it mean to you to be here marching with Microsoft?
This has been so exciting. This is Microsoft's first year in the San Francisco Pride Parade. And we have folks from San Francisco all the way down to the Silicon Valley and as high up as Sacramento joining us. And we're just thrilled to be able to show our support for diversity and inclusion in the Pride Parade.
You guys are making the most of it. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you.
How about their first entry? Microsoft. Fabulous. Thank you for being in our parade.
So basically, Microsoft's not a virgin anymore for the parade. Okay.
And Oscar got an interview with them, so you know what that means. Oscar, you're doing a great job out there, getting some great interviews and getting us on the street.
So we're going to move right behind, coming up from Microsoft is the China Rainbow Network, the largest Chinese LGBT organization in North America. Chinese LGBT is quiet, but today they are stepping out and celebrating their identities. There are a group of Chinese parents whose kids are LGBT coming from China to join the SF Parade. Let's give them a round of applause. China Rainbow Network, we love you.
It reminds me again that, that the struggle's not over locally, nationally, or certainly not worldwide.
Right, and globally, we have to remember that not everybody can be out and proud, and so we have to be out and proud for them.
They can't be doing what we're doing right here.
We have to
sitting,
be
doing what
we
we're
have
doing
to be
right
their voices.
here. Absolutely. They're
So
being
good.
heard today. Listen to
They are so good to see them.
Ooh.
And coming up behind is Blued. Blued.
That's a parade.
They were
folks.
launched in 2012. They've rocketed to the top, becoming the world's largest. Did you know the largest gay social app?
I've got to get my computer more often.
Apparently, they're every platform, iOS, Android, Windows 8. They are there, providing the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to connect with the largest network of guys. So I'm a lesbian, so I'm not sure.
I'm going to connect with them in Civic Center. Find out what
Okay.
that's all about. Thank you, Blued.
There's a little bit of clothing on Blued.
How you tell
That's
me.
more up. I think that's more your.
I like the gowns too, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one of my favorite contingents here, one of my favorite companies, Barefoot Wine and Bubbly. Randy Arnold's been my partner for so many years with all of the nonprofit work, the charitable work I do. It's just incredible to see them here in the parade with a big contingent. They've got new products. They've got champagne in a can now, a little mini can you can take on picnics.
Champagne in a can?
Yes, they've got everything going on. Barefoot Wine and Bubbly for 25 years and always a partner with the LGBT community. Thank you for all you do for me
I
and
think
my organization.
And so for everybody, pop in some bubbly, be proud. Go grab some Barefoot.
Do we have Purple Lotus Patient Center here? Now this is a center that takes care of the medical people. Oh, this is awful. Here, you read this.
Medical Cannabis Cup winners, Purple Lotus Patient Center, established in 2010. Led the way for all Bay Area collectives with the lab-tested medication and professional patient care. Medical cannabis is very important. As we know, we've had a lot of friends over the years that have benefited. So.
And it relieved pain,
relieving pain, relieving stress.
So I certainly meant nothing about that. I just couldn't read the card fast enough.
Thank you, Purple Lotus, for being here. What do we got?
The American Red Cross. How many times have they come to the rescue with all the natural disasters we've had?
Every 8 minutes they come. They
Oh my
bring
God.
help and hope to people in need. They provide shelter, food, supplies, health, emotional support in the wake of disasters, and I know they're just having a flood. So we think about the flooding victims in Virginia right now who are being helped by the Red Cross, Katrina.
Well, and many times when you want to help something, a group of people out, it's best to go
All
there.
right.
Let's talk to somebody from Red Cross. Oscar?
Hi guys, here. Yeah, I'm here with Trevor from the Red Cross. Is this your first time marching here?
It is, first time.
What about for the Red Cross?
We've been here for several years. This is something, a tradition we supporting the community. We just love being part of the San Francisco Pride.
And definitely this year is very important. What can you tell us about what the Red Cross has been doing recently and what else?
Well, our work is busier than ever. We need the help of the community to help us serve those that suffer from disasters, that need our help in first aid or need blood to save lives. And if you want to volunteer for the Red Cross, we need you. You can go to redcross.org and sign up to help.
Yeah, we would love to help with doing that. Thank you so much for all the work you do, and thanks for being here. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Great interview. Thank you, Oscar.
Thank
you
you,
when
Oscar.
you want to help somebody out, maybe they have these funds that you can donate to, but donate to the Red Cross and they will take care of the direct
And
needs.
more than 90% of Red Cross workers are volunteers, serving in 500 shops and 36 blood centers. So
Sign
critical
up.
work they do.
Sign up. I'm amazed we've not had any lags really in this parade.
No.
Maybe an occasional brief moment, but it has moved. We have now the Unitarian Universalist Church contingent, and they've walked many times to this parade. They are behind the phrase Black Lives Matter, the hashtag Black Lives Matter, which a lot of the organizations in the parade have been supportive of this parade. It's one of the things that ties into the theme of racial and economic justice. Another Berkeley contingent, the
Berkeley.
United Universalist, Unitarian Universalist Church. I still can't get over the enthusiasm. It's like they put a jar on it until they get into the parade, and then it pops out. It's just incredible.
So we got Each Mind Matters now coming up.
Now that's a play on the hashtag Black Lives Matter, I'm sure, but what does it mean?
It means California's mental health movement millions of individuals and thousands of organizations working to advance mental health. And it's so critical that people have access to competent, culturally responsive mental health services. As you know, I work in healthcare. Every day, millions of people face stigma related to mental health. Remember, homosexuality used to be a mental health.
Yes. It needs to be labeled as a mental problem. right?
Exactly. So if you're lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning, and going through a tough time, you're not alone.
See a delightful woman in a wheelchair. Everybody can be in the parade. Let's listen to La Clínica de la Raza. I told you earlier there were 248 contingents. We're getting there. We're now down to Clever, which is right here in front of us. We don't have a lot of information about them, but we'll move on to the next one, which is Nest.
Nest. Nest, they focus on simple, beautiful, and delightful hardware, software, and services. The Nest Learning Thermostat. Say that fast 3 times after.
Not at this point. And now we're on to Slack.
We're on to Slack. Slack is a messaging app for teams. It brings together all your team communications in one place, integrating with the tools and services you use every day. Launched in February of 2014. Fastest growing B2B application ever and used by over 3 million daily.
Fastest growing, wow.
Fastest growing. Fastest. Slack.
They're going to be moving up in the parade. They'll be in contingent 7
and
next
I'm gonna resist the slacker joke at this moment.
Please do. Okay, who's next?
Who do we got?
Is that
I want to shout out really quick. I'm still summoning to La Clínica de la Raza. Yeah. They always bring that energy from the East Bay, one of the largest Latina health clinics in the Bay Area.
And here, this is great. Grubhub. Great music. Why don't we listen to them for a little bit? They've got the right music. Lots of great music and music we like. Let's toss to a break now. We've got Sephora coming up, and as they enter, we're going to be back with more of the San Francisco Pride Parade. Sephora.
Welcome back to the 46th Annual San Francisco Pride Parade on Coffee TV, presented by Airbnb.
Hi, I'm here on Market Street with Teresa from Sephora. Obviously, her makeup is on fleek, but tell us, it's not just about looking good. What does SF Pride mean to you guys?
It's about inspiring fearlessness in others, and we believe that inclusion's beautiful, and so whatever form that may take. And so we're proud to be here.
Well, you're looking gorgeous. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Thank you.
I don't know how you did that, Oscar, but you did it. Now we're going to GoPro.
GoPro. I have a GoPro. GoPro is transforming the way people capture and share their lives. I used my GoPro yesterday with my kids in the swimming pool.
She has a GoPro.
She has a GoPro.
And now we've got Glam coming up.
Glam or McKinsey and Company?
No, I think we have Glam here.
I saw. What do we got? Glam. We do have Glam.
Do you have glam?
I don't have glam. I have glam naturally, so do you. But we're
let's
not
enjoy
on the
glam
street.
in the parade.
We have glam on the street representing, looking amazing.
Once again, I'm learning. This was a lot of new contingents and a lot of new groups, and glad to have them all.
Okay,
in
but
our parade.
you gotta love the kid with the unicorn.
The kid with the unicorn?
There's a beautiful
I thought
kid
they were
out there.
extinct.
No, she's got a unicorn
Not
horn.
kids.
All right, lending. What do we got? Lending Home. Lending Home Funding Corporation. Reimagining the mortgage process from the ground up, combining innovative technology and experienced dedicated team, creating a seamless, transparent process.
And how about lending? Oh, that's your gun right there.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
High quality mortgage products provide top-notch financial returns. We want to shout out Lending Home Funding Corporation. Thanks for joining us at SF Pride today.
They've got a lot of signs for Orlando, too, even at the end of the parade here, continuing. There's a yellow car. That's a gorgeous car. Who's in that car?
There's a large crown.
Well, we
Now, is
love-
that a crown or a tiara?
Well,
what's the
it's on-
difference?
It's
Tell
on
me.
her head.
It's on her head.
Not mine.
I wonder if people know the difference between a crown and a tiara.
Not today. They wouldn't. We talked a lot about tech today. Here's an organization called LGBT Tech. InTech. It's a community organization for LGBT people and Q people in the technology industry worldwide, not only in San Francisco, the Bay Area. They get together and share information and share probably problems, but there they are. That's the LGBT InTech organization. And Transport Workers is next. Now this is an organization that we don't have a lot of information about, but Transport Workers, we know what they do. And this is TWU, it's a union for transport workers, and Transport Workers of America is part of the AFL-CIO. They have approximately 2,200 men and women throughout the city and county, local 200 members.
What a beautiful, is that a motorhome?
Oh my gosh,
Or
it
a
looks
bus?
like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is
They're probably
huge.
having a bus in there as the parade goes on.
That's
right
got to be
around
one of the
them.
biggest.
It barely crosses with the power lines.
Yeah.
That is huge. Now here's one that you're going to love. Giant Puppets Save the World. Wait till you see what they do. With sticks and with just pieces of fabric and creativity. Giant Puppets Save the World. It's a great, great
That sounds like a Disney movie.
part.
Giant
It is.
Puppets
They
Save the
should
World.
fit right within the Disney floats and celebrations. And look, a couple of people look up at the flags. Oh, it's incredible. Let's just watch a little bit.
Right, you're looking at Pajio, Portuguese for Passion, a dance group formed to bring together on the community and share a strong passion for dance. And if you don't feel like dancing when you see this float coming through, look at them.
Oh, the costumes and it's like Brazilian again. I love it.
Brazilian again, yes. Pajio was formed under Norma Talmadge, creative director. Norma is an extensive dance background. She has more than 30 years of dance training.
Have they been dancing the whole way down Market?
They have been dancing the whole way down Market, yes.
Some on the float, some on the floor here, and on the ground. Wow. Watch out, Oscar, you're going to have feathers in your hair.
So they were not, Norma and her dancers were not ready to pick up their carnival costumes after the Carnival this year, and so they came out today. And we are so happy to add that color at the end of the parade.
Yes, we mentioned earlier that we had a float in the Carnival parade this year,
Yeah.
representing the Pride organization, and here we go with this. It's great.
Beautiful dancers. What do we got?
I think we have music from Borio Pleasure.
We have KTNC 42.
We have that too.
Coming up too.
Is that television? Yes.
KTNC 42, Estrella TV Channel 42 offers the best entertainment for Hispanics in the Bay Area with classic Mexican movies, innovating shows, Platanito Show, boxing, soccer, and local TV show. Al Dia con Leticia Mendoza. Don't miss it at 5 p.m. and listen to them.
I hope you've enjoyed this parade as much as we have. We've just loved bringing it to you. We've loved working with the coffee team. It's been exhausting, but it's been so much fun. I'm not tired yet.
We need to get energized like them when we get through.
The last couple of contingents we have are Foreo Pleasure and the California Institute of Integrated Studies. They count just as much as those first few contingents did, because this parade is for everybody. Remember that next year if you think about coming in. If you think about coming to the parade next year, remember there's a place for you here at California Institute of Integrated Studies. The last contingent, I see enthusiasm still.
I see.
That's the way it ends. Listen, I've had a great time with you doing this, Tiffany. You're brand new to this. It looks like you're pro. Do it again. Would you do it again?
Can we give a shout out to our safety monitors coming up too?
Oh yes, that's part of the Pride Parade. Making sure it's a safe parade as well as a fun parade.
Right.
They're making sure people are out of the streets and nothing happens. Oscar, our final interview is going to be with you. Did you have a good time? Oscar, did you have a good time today?
Oscar!
Oh, I had a great time. I'm over here.
Well, we appreciate your being here. I'm
getting
interviewing
lost
you
here,
now.
but the
So.
energy is electrifying. It's such an important Pride this year, and it was great seeing everyone. Love Donna. Love you, Tiffany. Hope you guys had a great time as well.
We did. You added a lot to the parade. Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you, Oscar. Happy Pride.
And I'll tell you, I've been to a lot of parades. You've been to a lot of parades. Yeah. This has been one of the best, and only in San Francisco, the 46th annual LGBTQ Pride Parade. Have you had fun?
I've had an amazing time. And
Thank you, Margaret Gomez.
Margaret Gomez, BB Speakbriar.
And Oscar Raimundo.
And Oscar Raimundo and you. Donna Sachet, and of course, Michelle Meow.
And Michelle Meow, we couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for saving this broadcast and bringing it to the community. I'm Donna Sachet. We hope to be back again next year. Thank you so much. This has been a wrap. The Pride Parade.
Happy Pride, everybody.